I think we're live, boys.
Are we live?
I think we're live.
All right, awesome.
Nice.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for waiting around for us. Sorry about that.
Yeah, if there's any issues, let us know. If you guys just give like a thumbs up if you can see and hear everything. And
Yeah, how's our audio sound? We looking pretty good. There's our camera. We can't forget.
all right,
Right.
sweet.
Everybody can talk live if they want. We
Yeah,
can
yeah. You
back
guys
and
can
forth.
you can chat. Get in the chat. We see you. What up, Jay?
Jay's
I know
there.
you're watching.
Yeah, Jay.
All right.
Meme's in the chat. Posted up with the all caps. We see you.
Yep.
Very cool. All right, so maybe we'll sit here, just hang out for another minute or so.
It
Yeah.
sounds good. I think someone else just hopped on too.
Yeah, I can
so.
see people joining as we speak. Oh, Jay says we sound good.
All right,
Good.
awesome.
We're in
Hey,
good
shout out to Jay for some of the lighting.
Yeah, Jay, you can't see him, but I'll send you a picture after this. Your lights are set up here and here, and then we've got our green screen hung up on the backdrop that you gave me. So he's the guy that gave me all that lighting.
I don't know who Jay is, but
He's a good dude.
Jay, you're the man.
Yeah, he is.
I trust this guy.
Cool. Well, yeah, so this may have come out of left field for some of you because we're a little behind on the marketing of it, but we've got 10 episodes under our belt, and so I thought it was only right that we sit down and we watch them all the way through, starting from episode 1 and make our way down the line.
Sounds perfect.
I've been like actively not watching these episodes like in anticipation of this because I mean you guys know but not everybody
Oh.
knows.
Anthony and Tino.
Yeah.
All right, there's Tony.
Hey.
What up, Tony?
Yo.
We got thumbs up.
Yeah, we
too.
did.
That's good. There's gonna be a little bit of lag here between us and them.
No, that's
but,
okay. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But so you guys know a lot of the time, but most people don't know. I watch these videos like a couple hundred times, like to get them right and to like put them out, and like it's just what it takes, like going over it a lot.
Yeah. Trey is
And
our editor, for anyone that's not informed.
yes, shooter and editor
That's right.
and sound effects
Sound man.
master.
Extraordinaire.
That's right. That's right.
So I watch these so much that after they get put out, I don't really watch them.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
watched them. It's
Right, right.
at that point it's the flip side.
Yeah.
We're on the back end.
We're into the
And,
next episode. There's no time. You haven't had time to sit down and watch episodes.
No, it's the next video.
As soon as we
going out,
finish
so.
one, the next one's on its way. So.
Right.
Yeah, which is dope, but it doesn't leave me a whole lot of time to rewatch and reminisce. So when we decided that we were gonna do this live stream, I was like, I'm not gonna watch these, and
Perfect.
we're just gonna have real time reactions to the old episodes and all that stuff, and
That's awesome.
I'm very excited.
It's gonna be sick.
We're enjoying it. Hopefully all you guys are enjoying it. We're having fun. Hopefully that comes through.
Absolutely. I think
You
it
know?
does.
I think so.
We're gonna get to see it here first. So
We put a lot into these, and it kind of flows naturally, and we're having a blast. So again, hopefully all that's coming through, and Trey does an amazing job on the editing and putting it all together.
Well, thank you, Big Bob. Appreciate you.
Looks like Brittany joined.
Brittany jumped in.
There she is.
Brittany D.
All right. Well,
That's-
I propose a toast.
Oh, a toast is in order.
A toast is in order to 10 episodes
10
10
episodes.
episodes.
and our
man.
first live stream
And our first live stream.
And all our subscribers.
and our subscribers.
Really
cheers
appreciate you
to-
guys.
To
Really.
all of you guys.
Yeah. Everybody who stuck around.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why we're doing this.
exactly.
So,
Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it.
All right. We're going to start with 1.
We're going all the way
all
back
the way
to
to
the beginning.
1, where
All
it
the way
all
back.
started.
Yep. As a matter of fact, I've set up a playlist for anybody who wants to watch them through.
Nice.
And so this should just let us go all the way straight through. Here we go. The beginning, where we started.
And these guys can comment as we go.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, we can see it all right here.
Keep your comments coming.
Brittany with the cheers.
So here we are, man. The COVID project. We had these old
Look at the old
this
shop,
go-kart that's
man.
been kicking around for like 8 years. I'd always wanted to do a big overhaul on it, and I've been putting it off, and then COVID happened, I got laid off and had to use my mechanical engineering degree to do something. So we got this bad boy, cut the cage off of it, made a brand new cage, modified the luggage rack on the back. These are actually both originally Yerf Dog 3203s that came with Tecumseh 6.5 horse engines on them. We're stepping up to Predator 420 cc 13 horsepower engines and upgrading just about everything else in the process. So this one's still got a lot of ways to go. We're lowering it, going wider, gonna do a new front end on it. You can see we kind of brought the dash a little further forward. We're adjusting how the pedals work.
Some of our subs probably haven't seen these videos yet.
This guy
that's
right
true.
here,
I didn't think of that.
We've picked up a lot of people since,
this one,
you know,
you
halfway
can't
down the
tell, a little
line,
different.
so.
We
Yeah,
chopped it
it's
right down
growing.
the middle, stretched it by 5 inches, made it about 10 inches wider, threw some bucket seats in it, running boards, and the piece de resistance at the moment is this new front end that we just finished yesterday, and I think that's what we're going to look at today, see if we can get some actual welds on there and get this thing looking and performing the way we want it to. And then once we got all that, we're going to send them out to get powder coated, and we got plenty of other cool, fun goodies that we're going to throw in here.
Powder coating is
key start on the
yet to
dash.
be.
We got
Yeah.
sick
Well, hey, you know, save the
trail
best for last,
computers,
right?
I'm
tactic
dying to see these
speedometer,
things power coded.
battery
look
for the
at this
electric
old
start,
shop,
plenty
though.
of lights.
This is way
Got
before
our
the shop was.
benchmark
Yeah,
abrasive flat
before all of
discs.
our lighting.
Gotta have that. Emergency
Before
brakes in there. We
anything.
got a whole brake caliper kit. So then we can go
Before my
ahead.
workbench.
Yes.
That's episode 4, 5? Damn, no, 6. We'll
I think
have
that's
to
a
see.
pretty
I
good
can't remember.
overview.
I can't even remember now.
Today I think we're gonna try and disassemble all this and get it all welded up for real so we can really jump on this thing and try it out. So let's get into it. Let's do it.
Wow. Wow. It's a skeleton. It's a skeleton.
You got to start somewhere.
It's been a great ride indeed. It really has.
It will continue to be
That's
an
nice.
epic ride.
That's all we know.
Thank you, Lenny. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
the shout out.
And thank you for always feeding us dinner when we're tired and hungry. And
That's very real.
after like almost every one of these.
I know. Here's the unsung hero.
Ah,
He's the real MVP.
seriously.
So the way this all started is
Automation.
I
Little-
had this cart. I'd always wanted to be able
little
to spin
stomp.
the tires.
This
and,
car's been getting sick
6.5
B-roll
horse
since
wasn't
day
doing
one.
it.
Day one.
So we
Day
initially
one.
went
Dude, look
and
at
just
that.
said, you know what, we'll pick up a 420, grab the 13
Oh my
horsepower
God.
420.
Looking
Harbor
back
Freight,
at
threw
this
that on
lighting
here,
setup, it's
scared the
just
hell out of my dad up in the power lines, slinging gravel, and
Little
immediately decided
foreshadowing
that
right
it was
there.
worth
Yeah.
sinking the money into these
Yeah.
things. So
Yeah, and that
we
was
had
the point.
slightly different
Yeah.
approaches.
That
What
was
we were
still the
looking for, I
exact
was
part
looking for more
where
of a,
we went
sort
off
of
was
a
where
dirt track,
was where you guys were
rally
talking about
inspired
right there in
drift
episode
machine,
1.
so
Oh,
yeah.
no doubt.
We went back to the
And he's always
same
been
spot
looking
and
for
rolled
more
it.
plants.
So
Eight
I wasn't
episodes
scared. I
later.
wasn't scared for nothing.
I know.
Yeah, we want to bash through the trails.
I had good reason to
Got
be
quite a few
scared.
other- We got some big plans for a cool track.
Well, Big
One
Bob
of the
is scared.
things was we
Yeah,
said,
well, you know you got problems.
Probably
That's
something to be
pretty
scared of.
yeah, flat. Yep, these both started their lives as Yerf Dog 3203s. Not too hard to find, and we got our hands on a couple, and so we're gonna take it all away.
We had the virus kick in. It was a perfect time to take on a project like this. I told Bobby I'd fund it.
That's all I needed to hear.
He said, "What's the budget?" I said, "No budget. Let's make them cool. Let's make them big boy carts, and let's make them fun." So that was our checklist.
I think we're checking all those
There we go.
boxes.
Yeah,
rush.
yeah. He's got the engineering background. I got the checkbook. Good
One of my
partnership.
favorite lines.
More
is,
to come, plenty more. So
We
yeah,
are
excited.
checking
Yeah,
the
we're having fun.
boxes for sure. You know, they are big boy carts.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a definite, you know.
Well, you saw the guys. You had those contractors here today, and they were drooling over them.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, they were digging it.
That's why I had the decibel killer out. I was gonna start it up, but I didn't have the opportunity. From something on Harley.
Yeah, they wanted the link. They wanted to check it out.
They could be here now.
Yeah.
If y'all are watching, what's up?
Yeah. Hope you're there, Steve.
Deaf big boy cards now.
Oh,
Love
wait.
it.
Did you text Wayne at all? Did I text him?
Text. We're gonna be here for 3 hours.
All right, I gotta text Wayne. He's the guy that helped us with the
The
logo.
logo
The
man.
logo you see sitting squarely in Craig's lap right now.
I always wanted a T-Rex in my lap. Wow.
Epic.
Our original like and subscribe.
Yep. So much has changed.
Everything.
Now, hopefully, this will roll right into the next one. No, I don't have to touch anything. Yes. All right. Cheers to episode 2.
Cheers.
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 Okay.
A piece of technology that didn't go wrong today.
Maiden voyages tonight.
I love this episode.
Stop.
Yeah, dude.
No.
Yes.
Wait, how?
I told you I was gonna hustle and try and get this thing going.
Brittany, here comes your roar bleeps. That was your idea.
Personal vehicle.
Credit where credit's due.
By the time you finish your
Damn
damn
salad.
Oh yeah.
I can't even type.
I forgot about those.
All that's left from a fabrication standpoint is getting the second set of shots. I've already created mounts for it.
It was a burrito bowl, by the way.
All right. That was a damn salad to me.
For clarification.
I want this thing assembled tonight.
The friggin' salad.
Got a bear roaming around.
Burrito bowl.
There was a.
So.
I closed the back gates just so as to surprise us.
That's real. There was a bear roaming around.
Love it.
Should have raw. I love this song.
This is just after I got my welding card too. I was so hyped on that thing.
He is stoked.
Oh hell yeah! Let me get this.
It is official. All that's left is assembly.
Some assembly required.
Hey, what's Matt's last name?
So you like it, right?
Phelps. PH.
It'll be
Where you go,
unwilling.
Avengers assemble and like I'll just. Good.
Brittany got
We'll have brakes, but it'll be a hand brake.
Yo, he did. He tweeted it.
It's
fine.
So I'm going.
Shout out to M. William Phelps. Appreciate the love, man. That was so cool of you to tweet this for us.
Thank you, Matt.
Yo, thank you, Matt.
Look at it, shows up with that little logo too.
Wow.
That's baller.
We're in the same feed with Paper Ghost.
That's a hollow drown.
That's
pretty
top of the
sick.
charts, Matt.
#1 podcast. Joe
Yes.
Rogan who?
Joe Rogan.
Never heard of him.
Smoked him.
To the podcast.
To the podcast.
The paper goes.
Cheers, boys. Yeah, paper goats. And
And breaking the
Ghost.
status quo. Peace out, Joe.
And don't forget Tommy.
I love these shots right here.
Yeah.
And the little ratchet hitting the.
You know, Tommy Phelps helped on the soundtrack
He did?
for Paper Ghosts.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sick. Tommy.
Tommy.
Appreciate you, man.
That's
Thanks
it.
for watching. We know you're in here.
Yeah, Tommy's definitely in. And
Some wild audio in that.
podcasts are awesome, too.
I know.
Yeah, you got to get on. If you haven't listened, get on. It's great.
Definitely get on those if you haven't. Oh, that underneath the cart shot. I still gotta perfect that.
It's pretty damn cool.
At this, we actually might be at a point where we can't continue. I just noticed that this is 420 chain and 41 chain, and although they both are interchangeable, they're not. You can't connect them to each other. So it didn't matter when I ordered them, thinking that they were going to be on 2 separate go-karts. But
Wow. Our first failure.
What's this feeling right here?
I don't want to say defeat, because look at that thing.
I was not prepared.
Yeah. That thing's tight.
There's been a development. Okay. We're not going out tonight. We'll just call it here for now.
Yeah.
That one hits home.
But tomorrow I'll have time to, fix the brakes, have an actual throttle set up, move this, it'll all be legit, and we can actually drive it instead of just
Limp.
limp.
One of your many classics.
We're not going to the door, man. 100%.
Still sick B-roll. Still sick B-roll.
That was the only part of this video that,
Went according to plan.
yes.
That's how it goes.
Ooh. Yeah, I can live with those tracks.
I'm like trying to push out promotional material last minute for the stream as I stream.
That's okay. We got a few hours. We got a couple hours. Is it rolling automatically, Bob? The next one?
Yeah.
We're gonna, I think we should pause.
Okay.
Wow.
That's pretty right there.
Yeah, I forgot all that.
That looks nice.
Once we roll to the next one, hit space.
Well, yeah. Yeah, no, I just wanna hit pause real
Just
quick.
drink it in real quick.
Yeah, because that was the episode that, like, you didn't even know I was filming.
No.
Anything.
Yeah, that's true.
That
Like-
was cool. I like that a lot because you asked me the next day. You were like, "Was Trey filming last night?" And I was like, "Yeah." You were so paparazzi with it, down low, hit it was the, you know.
But we like hadn't like really established that these were like episodes, videos that we were like going into like shooting. Like we were still kind of. That was still almost like testing the water.
It was
No
because
doubt.
because
yeah.
I remember the day that you and me, we were both home because of quarantine. You had come back from Jersey, and we'd been talking, and we were like, "Yo, let's do some video stuff, man. We're always trying to shoot stuff. Like we can finally do it. There's no longer like hundreds of miles or whatever between us. Let's knock some stuff out." And you're like, "Okay, cool." So you came over. We did the Rex video, which you guys will see. That's been plugged on at least a couple of these videos.
Yeah.
We did the Rex, which was crazy and sick and cinematic and fun, and that was awesome. And then you were like, "Yo, let's do something else," and I was like, "Bet."
The Rex is a video over on my channel
That's
of
right.
just cool footage of his car.
Yeah, the old STI, baby.
Oh my god.
That came out sick, but
I love that stuff.
we shot that, and then we shot this video, just as sort of we had no real intention of starting a channel at that point. This is actually, I'm glad you paused it, 'cause
Yeah.
this is a cool thing to talk about.
Yeah, by episode 3, I think it was like we had kind of like established we're kind of gonna do something here.
Right, but episode 1 was just supposed to be sort of a standalone video just to say that we did it.
Yeah.
And then I remember distinctly you coming to me and being like, "Dude, I don't think this is one episode. I don't think this is one video." I was like, "Yo, honestly, you're right, dude. Let's do another one."
Yeah.
And then it just, all of a sudden, before we even got on YouTube, we had like 6 or 7 episodes like lined up and shot.
I think we had like
6
6 episodes filmed.
6 filmed, and we were
At the
pretty
ti-
much ready.
At the time we launched the channel, I think we had 6 episodes filmed.
Yeah.
And like 3 or 4 episodes. I think 3 episodes fully done, and then
Yeah.
1 I was kind of working on.
Yeah.
And that's when we were like, it's time to launch. Like
Ryan.
we need.
Hey, Ryan Hayes, what's up, buddy? I see
up?
you.
Oh,
Ryan.
Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for showing up. Cheers to Ryan. Let's
the
give him
big
a
man.
little. Let's give him a little right here, buddy.
Ryan.
Hey, listen. I know I've been busy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get on Catan with you. We're playing. I promise. Don't you worry. It's gonna make it happen. But
Not as cool as Ark.
not as cool as Ark. But you know, not everybody has a PC to run that kind of thing.
That's true.
But yeah, man.
Sucks to suck.
It from what was supposed to be just a one-off video,
Yeah.
all of a sudden blossomed this crazy channel that we've ended
It was
up
a
with.
full send.
It was a full
It was a
send.
full send.
As Trey says in episode 8, all we know how to do is fully send.
That's it.
That's it.
And on that note,
Let's go.
Oh, that's a big risk.
I know, I did it with my
With
foot.
the foot, dude. That's you're live right now, Bobby.
I love the recap. This is so cool.
Well, the recap was necessary because that episode
I
was.
just noticed that this is 420.
Jacob, what's up, buddy? Yes, dog gang.
Oh,
You can't connect them to
Jacob
each
Bender
other.
in the building.
That's awesome.
We're not going out tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
I got you tomorrow, Ryan. I got you.
We're taking wakeboarding.
Yeah, right? I almost killed him last time.
I know. I almost did. I was driving the boat.
Saw, dude.
I love this.
What's up, man?
For a long time, this is like my favorite episode.
Right. We sorted out all the demons from last night. We got a real throttle now. No more sketchy brakes. We got real brakes. Pedals. No hand controls.
I love
the
it
dust
you
shield
exposed
on.
for outside.
Sorted out our chain
Everybody
issue. And I think
literally
we're ready
in
to
the
go and
dark
test this thing, man.
as to what this thing looks like all
Back
put
it out.
together.
Yep. I knew
It makes this reveal so epic.
I knew we were coming outside, and I was like, we're just gonna leave it dark. They'll get the picture.
You got it, this one.
That's all we need. It's a maiden voyage, not a marathon. I'm gonna let you drive because your cart and I can't be
I
trusted.
was so happy.
More
you were
more
guest.
foreshadowing there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
right?
be trusted.
I can't be trusted.
That's true.
You got the scars to prove it.
Right.
Hop in. Are you as excited as I am?
Oh, the first ever.
So perfect.
Your buddy Jason. What a break.
It's gotta warm up.
LOL. That's
Jacob.
awesome.
Yeah, you don't need those. Stop being going. That's a minutia. I said that in episode 2.
We had a little.
You had a little mishap.
Yeah.
You have to tell me about that later, buddy. I'm sorry. I hope you're all right.
Take it right down on this way. Let's go, baby! I'm backing around. Step on it pretty good. Hang on. Actually, pull up right up here. Stop it for a second. Yep. Spin it around. Let's do a little flyby.
This is before we had the road mics. You were on board with that thing.
All right.
Oh
Big
yeah.
Bob's sending it.
Oh yeah.
That was great.
With 2 people in it, it doesn't mind drifting.
No. It doesn't.
No.
It really doesn't.
So, it works. Yeah?
That was nice.
Okay.
How was my drifting?
Not bad. Not bad for a first freaking test drive. Okay, you want to take it down a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh. Forgot about that shot.
Oh man, Jacob, what happened? Did you crash or did you blow it up? Now I gotta know. You piqued my interest.
Yo, this thing is
All right.
cool,
It
man.
smokes.
Woo.
And that's about half.
I know. I can hear it
We
holding
hit,
back.
yeah, we hit about 3,300 RPM, and we top out probably closer to 5. So that'll be for our true road test.
Gnarly.
That's not a bad
wanna
idea,
take your
man. We need
little-
higher RPMs before we
See
can
what you
really
can
get
do
it.
with it.
Yeah, I want to open it
Make
up. I got to
use
see
of
where that
paddle
top
tires
end is
on the
at
beach,
because
guys.
we got. I went with a
Steering
bigger
wheel bye-bye.
sprocket,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
not
want to
good.
make
You
sure
don't
that we
want that.
still get the kind of speed out of it that we want.
Hey
And
Jacob, listen,
we
there's
don't
a
have
new,
the space
we're
to
going to
open
be
it up
doing
here
a
as far
front
as.
end video in the next couple of
full,
weeks, so you'll get some ideas. You might have to pick up
Yeah.
a welder, man. It might be
All right.
time.
Let's do it.
So ominous, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know why I made it so creepy.
Trey gets credit for all the soundtracks too. If we haven't said that
Oh
already.
my god, dude, you kill it.
Yeah.
The vibe of this channel, and I love that you've been bringing back OG ones lately.
I do bring back songs. I feel like recycling some of the songs brings back, for me, some of the same emotions.
Yeah.
That kind of recur throughout. Whether it's like big energy
What's up
or
now?
big send or like something like
I can see it from
You
here.
feel it. It hits.
it's
Looks like we bent something.
it's meant to. I
There's your
didn't make the
problem.
music. It comes from audio.
It looks like the hub just snapped right
.com,
off,
which
right
is
at the
sick,
weld.
Great place.
There's even
This is
rust in
crazy.
there.
Music.
It just
Sorry, I
was
don't
a
mean to cut you off.
poorly
No
made.
I
problem.
was so like I couldn't
I
believe
guess.
this. I had seen that weld from the beginning, and I was like,
Well,
"This
we
is
have more,
crap."
so that's good.
And
Did- was it
I
not
should have reinforced it, but I
disengaging
didn't,
or
and it
what?
literally just snapped off on the side of the road, just driving.
Torque converter was acting funky.
And that's
Okay.
when we were having torque converter issues too.
let
It
me
kept
run
locking
up.
on us.
I know.
And grab the tools we need to swap this over. We'll get a new one on there, and then we'll just get up. Get back. Eventful first ride. I know, well, we'll sort it out. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to take this with me, and I'll swap the new one on.
The walk of shame.
There's that soundtrack again.
Yeah,
You cut in and out so cool. Like that's such a cool little
I like this
like
one.
sneaky cuts. And you love the shots through the grasses.
I do. Always.
You're-
Always.
Yep. Any
Yeah.
parallaxing whatsoever, Big Bob is there for it.
That's right. Whatever that means, yes.
All right, not quite NASCAR, but I've seen worse pit stops.
You can see it better.
One day.
Yeah.
You can see how trash that weld was to begin with.
Not mine,
for the record. Show these up later. Let's first worry about getting this thing home.
Well done.
Brittany says you deserve more cart time with those camera angles, and I couldn't agree more.
Oh man.
That's true. That
Yeah.
is true.
I think we'll have to do an episode at some point where we switch roles. Where I
Oh
film the
my
whole episode.
god. Oh,
Or
that
we
would
get
be
to just drive.
hilarious.
And then it didn't. We ran
Still
into a
any
couple
better.
issues.
I'll be the star of the
But that's
show.
what test drives are for, right?
We'll all just
Let's just
Like
address
rotate.
like
the hub
volleyball.
issue. Because that was pretty catastrophic.
That absolutely was catastrophic.
Jacob loves your camera
broke.
skills, dog.
Yeah.
Bad weld.
If you
Jacob,
look at it, you can see this
appreciate
there was
you.
no penetration in the weld. I take part of the
Glad
blame.
you're
I should have
okay.
seen it from the start. Just kind of some
Seriously,
poorly
you
made
should
part. and I
you
should
should
have
check out
spotted
the
that,
steering
but
column we're about to.
Thankfully, we didn't do any real
make
damage,
that-
and we
is
had
it a
extras,
column?
so it wasn't that
The
big
whole
of a
front
deal.
end, man. We're doing the whole front end.
been a lot
Dude,
worse.
steering
Sick.
column, everything. It's
Faster.
wild. Jacob, you have to
So I
send me
guess
some
the question
pictures,
is, thing wasn't running
man. Slide into my DMs.
That's an easy
you know where to
fix.
find me.
I got ideas
I'll check
about it.
them
I
out.
think we
I've
can
been
actually
slow
just
lately,
take
but
this
I'll
and
take a look for you.
feed it through and weld it up in the center instead. That gives us, you know, more strength. And also, we're going to deal with the offset. These wheels are too wide. I'm not happy
Remember
with
how
it.
wide
so
those things
that's
were
actually gonna
before I
solve one
pulled
of
them in
problems
over the
we're talking
knuckles?
about anyway, so
Yeah.
blessing in disguise, I suppose. The other thing is the torque converter. This is something that we've run into twice now with these 40 series torque converters, and I'm not exactly positive how we're going to alleviate it. But basically, what's happening is the inner bell of the torque converter here. This should be recessed in even further than it is. At around 2,500
Look at you,
RPM
bro.
approximately, this starts to slide
Has
in
it
and
been on
engages
at all?
the belt. Think
ridden
we're
it. She
spinning
hasn't
this thing
driven it.
so fast. We may have run the rollers right off their tracks.
Be careful,
and
one day she's
essentially,
just gonna
this inner bell gets
take off
locked
in it.
open and
Never
the
see her
belt
again.
stays engaged, and it's like trying to start your car when it's already in first gear. So I'm gonna have to take these apart, take a look inside, see if we can fix these, or if we just
My
need to send them back and
shakiest
get new
second
ones.
ever.
Ultimately, we're probably gonna have to end
That's
up
all right.
going with heavier springs. I
We got
wanted to
some
stay with
comments
these
that
lighter
people
springs because
miss
I
the
like
old grungy
the
YouTube
engagement
channels
being
for
sort of
parts
low
that they've
RPM,
been
but if
grown accustomed
we're
to,
gonna
so
throw them
maybe
out
you gotta start
at
shaking
high
a little
RPM.
more.
That's gonna be a problem. You can actually
should
look. If
just-
you look really closely right here.
You just ditch
I
the
don't know if you'll
gimbal
be
and
able
just
to
start
see it, but you
really
see
just.
these little bumps. They're kind of
Just
looks
make
like
the cameras
bruises
really
here,
heavy or
where
something.
it looks
Yeah,
like the
do
rollers
something.
actually slammed all the way out and dented the outer bell housing, the torque converter. So, and
I
if
was
you
wrong.
listen,
Those are
I'll
well
hold
marked.
the-
We'll
there's
see that
rings
next
in here, but
episode, but
it shouldn't
No.
do that. So we got
Oh.
some broken stuff going on.
that's real.
Kind of
That
good
shouldn't
news
have
because
been
it just
making
means that thing's
sounds.
really badass and we're putting down so much torque, we're busting torque converters. So
We are
I'm not
kind of
that
right on the
upset.
limit
It's a little
with our
frustrating,
gear
but
ratio
nothing
to
that we
tire
can't
size
fix.
to, like,
What's
And
actually kind of
power
cool
limits,
is the
like, we
two
are-
things that broke were
those
things
torque
you
converters
didn't
are.
manufacture.
I'm impressed.
I am.
with holding up
That
the
is,
well.
there's a little bit of
After
pride there,
the
so I'm happy with
Jason
that.
from Go Power Sports hooked this
but
up. So.
other than that,
Wood.
Yeah, well,
Oh, with the new
ran
uh,
with
new
these
ones.
springs and
I got it
rollers, so that
sideways
was
a
big
little
up
bit.
you did get it sideways a little bit up in the grass. I was proud of you
Eric,
for that.
Bulgy baby, what's
the
up,
thing-
boy?
Hey.
So that the step up to the 72 sprocket was definitely
And he's even
worthwhile.
got the emoji in there. Let's give
compensate
it
for those
a
big
Eric.
numbers, but
little
we're
toast
just-
to Eric
we're
in the
fine-tuning,
chat.
man.
Thanks
Oh,
for joining.
see
Thanks
you.
for
Bulgy bro.
And to the rest of our
Yeah.
11
Even though we had some
congruent
Yes.
viewers,
Looks
There you
good.
go.
Sounds
if
good.
you jump in the chat, we can see
How'd it
you.
look on
I'll
camera,
acknowledge
Trey?
you. Otherwise, y'all are kind of just a number, but we appreciate you all the same.
That's right.
Yeah, we will
Stand,
say
it
hi
sits
if y'all
so
say
nice.
hi.
I'm very happy.
jump
We
in
don't
the
know
We
chat.
who
have
you are
another torque
otherwise,
converter we
so
can swap in.
I wish you
Say
would tell
hi.
us.
But ultimately, I think we're just pushing this a little too far. These are supposed to be rated all the way out to 20 horsepower. I don't know if I believe that. I'll have to look into what the RPM limit is, and we'll go from there. I think the only answer is we're going to have to step up in the springs because
So I did look into the
we've run
RPM
them for
limits,
2 hours,
And I don't
and
think
the
they really
thing
list
shouldn't
a
be
limit per se.
broken
They
by
list
this point.
what
So
like the upper
already gone
limit of
through
where
two.
it's going to extend
So,
is, but then
stuff
you
to
can
look
just
forward
keep
to.
spinning it.
More stuff to
The trouble is
play
with
with, more
stock
stuff to fix.
springs
We'll
and
just keep getting
rollers,
these things better.
they don't snap
I have
back
every
fast
confidence
enough, and you
we'll
can
be back.
kind of, if you're doing a lot of stopping and going
Not bad.
at high
Let's call it,
speeds,
man. Get this mic off
you have a
me.
tendency to throw your rollers out of their tracks because the springs can't snap them back fast enough. But with the higher tension
I think so.
springs, knock on wood, we've had no issues yet. So that's
True.
good.
It's true.
Did that just go up?
What's up? What? My phone buzzed because my mom texted me.
Oh.
We're rolling right into the next one.
Rolling into 4.
Should we
Keep
read?
it
F,
Should we
F4. What is
F4?
F4? I can't remember.
F4
Is it one of our
the
iconic openings?
Yeah, it is. It is an iconic opening, and it's the shop overhaul.
Is
Oh!
Wait, is this the one, the pool?
No,
No.
That's 5.
Okay.
No.
I haven't seen that in a while. Talk about not seeing the videos in a while.
Yeah, right?
That
Yeah.
one, I love that opening, but we'll get to that.
So,
You're right, Jacob. We do like to check out the viewers. It's fun. We got such a tight little community these days. It's not that
Yeah.
hard to keep track of people. So when
Yeah.
I recognize everybody that shows up in the chat. So
And when we blow up, we're not going to forget you guys either.
yeah, you guys are the real ones right here.
That's right.
This is the OG crew.
That's right.
You kick it.
yeah, man. Well, the kick works too. That's another option.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't try that.
I did.
Oh,
I don't kick hard as hard as Jacob does.
Ah.
Apparently.
all right.
Apparently not.
Should we make a quick refill?
I think we should
before
make a quick
episode 4?
refill. I think all of y'all should get a refill. Actually, wait, we can't promote drinking. can
We're
we?
drinking soda, bro. This is.
Oh.
We're good.
Y'all should get a soda.
Get a soda. We'll be right back. Give us 1 minute.
Big Bob's gonna flex for you.
Oh, no. Be right back.
Hey, just so you guys know, you're still mic'd up. So whatever you.
Yes.
We're gonna
But
be
is the
fully
thing
live.
paused?
Yeah, they can hear us.
It's paused?
Huh?
Oh, okay.
No, there's no. You're speaking directly to
Cool.
me right now.
All right. We love you guys.
All right. You having a Corona
I'm good. I'm good right
or
now.
a Coca-Cola?
Oh, actually, there's one open over there.
Just having a Sprite.
Yeah, I'm going with Dr. Pepper.
There we go. You need one? You good?
There's one here.
Another Rona?
Yeah, I was filling you guys.
Oh. Whoop. That was my mic I just unplugged. Thank you, Cheryl. No, I know. Leaving the couch empty is a sin. We still love you guys.
Is there 2? Does 2 make it a cup?
Go.
Cheryl, I appreciate you and all of your all caps comments. They are my favorite thing, and they keep me motivated to keep doing what I'm doing.
Please.
And I need you to know that.
Okay.
That's a lie. No.
All right, where are we at? Where's my mouse? Did I kick it? It was over here somewhere. Lift your legs for a second, dude.
Did I sit on it?
You may well have. Whatever. We don't need a mouse.
No.
Start it up.
Yeah.
We're going right into 4. Another kicker.
Rain.
Mom goes,
yeah.
you can't leave the couch
So-
empty.
I was hyped because today I was gonna get to drive
Yes, we
the
are.
cart,
Yes, this is a
but I
green
just
screen.
pulled up. It's raining pretty hard.
That was also a green screen. He
So,
wasn't actually in his car.
I don't.
And it wasn't
really
raining.
think
Nope,
driving is
it's all
gonna be
a
in
lie.
the cars today, but Bob, he has a couple surprises for me today.
Put it in
and,
post.
I'm pretty
Forget about
stoked
it.
to see what he's got going on. 'cause
He did
these
have
guys are
surprises.
always
He
up
did
to
have
something.
surprises.
I always have
Yeah.
surprises. I love this.
What's up, dude? I told you I had a surprise for you. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Stop over.
Ta-da!
This
We did a
was
little shop overhaul.
wild. That was a game changer.
We've had a lot of rain
Yeah.
since you were last year, as you can tell. So we've had some
You
time
don't have to
cooped
shoot
up
around
to
anything
record.
anymore. You can literally
No.
shoot and
Well,
whatever angle you
we're
hit
here.
is right.
Upgraded my welding bench a little bit.
That's
Got
been giant.
that nice metal top. No more burning the wood. We went
been
ahead and
repurposed a few
installed
times.
ourselves a nice pegboard. You know, you got to have your stuff at the ready. Brought home my old toolbox from when I was working at Firestone. So we got
Shout out
all
to
of our
Pablo,
tools a little
if you're
closer,
watching, my
easier
guy.
to access. And then
helped me mount
came
all
over
the
here,
wires for these things.
built
That was
myself
my
some
boy
new
back at
shelving
Oh,
Firestone.
nice.
so that all of our parts aren't just stacked up in boxes anymore. And then you were asking for a place to set up your gimbal and all
Look
that,
at the
so
red
we took
card.
care of you with this little guy right here. Pegboard's a little naked, but
Oh, that'll be filled up soon. That's great.
not bad.
Still not filled up.
It's still not filled up. No.
Yeah, I'm
But
very
I'm gonna buy you
happy
two.
with it. In addition to all
But it
that,
gets filled
I
up
was able
every
to get a decent
time
amount of work done.
that we
I got
shoot,
time lapse
so-
so we can go through some of
Which
that.
is as it should be.
Why don't we get into it?
Let's do it, dude.
And transition. Sick.
That was a live sound effect.
All right, so let's take a look at this footage. So,
We haven't
since you were
revisited
last
this.
here, we
We should
actually
at some
did
point.
get this thing reassembled
The camera,
and
the
put
recap.
back out there.
I love this.
Went out
This
to the
is so
state
cool.
forest.
Yeah.
But what we didn't account for is
That's
we
so
had a wheel off
TYRANIS,
of another
dude. Like
sort.
we just were always trying out new
Yeah.
stuff so frequently.
We
like,
lost
it's
the
always
lug nut.
changing.
Yeah, and we had this
about
template.
1
I
mile
had this template.
into
You
our
know, if
3
you
mile
want to go
journey
back and do something like
into
this.
the state forest. And on mile 3,
Just
went to spin the cart around,
for, like, the entire
and
duration
the
of
wheel
our
came
channel, but I
off.
said
So let's
lug
take a
nut
look at that
wheel,
right
and I
here,
meant
actually.
axle nut. So it's okay.
Axle nut, guys. Axle nut.
There were 4 lugs. It would have been crazy if we just lost. Forget it. Anyways, the wheeling question. Love that.
Oh, Brick shared it to the your front here.
Let's go.
Windows 40.
The drop.
Oh yeah,
That's new.
that's new. Absolutely.
You savages.
Our
yeah,
current
no,
top
it was
speed,
a little
Jacob, is
sketchy.
around
That looks kinda
45 to 50.
It looked real bad.
Now that
We
we've
spent about-
ungoverned, my
Yeah,
cart.
he sent
And
it.
that's
We were
all
doing some
about
drifting
us
without a
setting it
lug
up with a
nut.
really high
Free
gear
ball.
ratio.
Yeah,
so
if you
that we
actually
can have a
roll it
ton of
back,
torque,
there's a
so
couple
we can
places
spin the
like
tires
right here,
out
you
the
can see
gate,
him taking a
and
turn and the wheel
also
actually
climb
shifts
hills
out a
really
little
easy
bit
and all that
and
to
snap
do with
back
our
in.
big
We had no
tires.
idea. So in
But
order
if
to
we
take
swap
care of
back to a
that, I
62
drilled those
sprocket,
front axles and we installed some cotter pins. So
we'd
no
be
more
hitting
wheel
like-
offs in the state forest. We've been
I'm gonna
lucky
say
with our
two
wheel
crazy
offs.
things. You'd be hitting
No
like
high
60.
speed wheel offs.
Yeah.
But it's
Uh-oh.
45
Amazon's
is
here.
so
What do they got for
fast.
us?
That's plenty. That's plenty on this cart.
Don't tell him. That's supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, I forgot about our buddy.
Good,
Yeah.
man. How are you?
We haven't seen him in so long.
Thank you. Shooting
I
a
know.
YouTube series. I got you.
We're not quite big enough for royalties.
We
Oh,
are
I do know
working
what
on
it
the
says.
royalties.
Trust me,
You know
man.
what?
We'll get to you.
I think we'll leave it here for the unboxing for this time. We'll save this for next episode because this is going to be a fun one.
Oh,
If you
that
remember,
exhaust.
the rear end was making a lot of ka-chunk sounds. It was like the one sketchy sounding thing left on the cart.
You can hear it a little bit actually in the last video. There were times where I was kind of like, is something wrong?
Yeah, it sounds like something was wrong. It was literally just that we had really bad bolts in there that were worn out. So I took those out, replaced them, put in some nice joints that have bushings in them, so that'll be no more bad noises. So we got all that done. I disassembled the engine, pulled the flywheel off, so we could install
forgot about
some additional coils, because we're gonna run a big ass light bar across the top, and we need to be able to keep our battery charged while we're running that thing. So this is gonna double our amperage output, and hopefully
It
stuff
didn't.
should be pretty
It
good.
did.
Wow, do you think you have a short?
Don't-
or do you
don't
think
Yeah,
test
well, I
the
have a
car? Don't
short.
test
but
it.
that's not the issue. I need to
Nothing,
figure out.
so that's a problem. So
I
I
don't
went
think
ahead and
the
did that.
voltage
It actually was
regulator
a
worked
nightmare.
exactly
I had to
all
go
the way.
in.
It was that
Flywheels on
eBay
these
kit.
curves are usually
It
stuck
was.
on pretty good. As you can see, I was struggling with it. Put my steering wheel puller on it. Didn't have long enough 6mm bolts, so I had to end up drilling out holes in the flywheel so I could tap in bigger holes so I could fit bigger bolts. Finally got it off, busted my knuckles up in the process.
sucked.
It was entertaining, to say the least. I love working on things. And then, obviously, the elephant in the room from last time was our hub exploded. I took care of that. I don't have footage of the front hubs, but I preemptively beefed up the rear hubs. And so you can see that right here. Welded in 4 supports on the rear hubs just so that we don't have to worry about those snapping off ever. That's my old welding table before this nice pretty one.
Are there any other like weak spots?
The steering rack that we have has a
Fair
little bit of
question,
slop in
Trey.
it. I'm gonna build a
And
bracket
Trey, I
to
will tell
support
you,
that steering
we're at
rack.
episode 10
I
now.
haven't
This
got
is
around to
4.
that
I've
yet.
yet to fix
Took
that
care of the
steering
rear
rack, but I have
hubs,
a brand new
took
one
care of
ready
the
to
front
go.
hubs. The
And
other thing
you
that I
just
wanna
got parts
tackle
that you
today
brought in
while
for
we're
Oh,
at
that's
it
what that was?
Yeah, that was
Good.
part of
is
that
see if we can
steering
pull
rack.
that
So we're
torque
gonna do a
motor
whole
apart from the
overhaul
back, 'cause
on
that was
that.
another big issue. That thing got locked open.
Right.
So
Yeah, my,
we'll go through that and see what's actually wrong with it.
That's
and
definitely
see
gonna
if my
need to be,
diagnosis was correct. I'm
taken
hoping
care
it'll be
of.
something that we can just fix. We don't have to upgrade
My
those
buddy
springs that I
on
talked about.
Instagram,
I
Jack
love
of
the
No
low
Trades, go
engagement
check
because
him
being
out.
able
He's
to
building
crawl
a
on this
crazy
thing,
Jeep
I'm a
right
speed
now.
demon and I like to
He
drift
hooked us
and
up
send it
with
on
the
the
link
dirt
for
roads and
that
stuff.
for that steering
still
rack.
wanna
Is
be
that
able to
all
crawl
metal one that I showed you the other day,
So-
Trey?
Yeah.
We gotta resolve
He's the
that.
guy that I
think
saw
that'll
him
be
putting that
enough
on his
to,
build, and I
to get
DM'd
us
him. I was
through
like,
this
bro, what is that?
brainstorm.
Please send me a link. Like, I need
Yes.
one. So he hooked it up.
There we go. Torque converter.
Oh yeah, this is a big episode. I forgot about this. This is good info. This is Trey. This is when we might want to clip and pull this out and post it as a separate video. There's just a strictly a how-to.
Like I said, since we can't get out there and
We
drive
did such a
today,
good job with this.
I say we tackle this torque converter issue we were having last time. Get this thing open and take a look at it. If you guys remember, this thing was locked open and won't shut all the way, keeping us kind of in first gear.
if we
We
just
kept
cut
stalling the
this
go-kart
section out,
because of it.
yeah,
So
and
the first
repost
thing
it as
that I'm gonna have to do,
I like that
torque
idea.
converter
I like that
disassembly
idea.
video.
clamped in
Just because not
here.
everybody wants to watch the whole episode through. Some people
I made
are
us a
just here
special
for,
tool
like our
to get
government
this thing
video.
open because
It's
it's
a
got a
great
big nut on
idea.
the front that's
You know?
welded on.
Right.
You
And then
mentioned that.
I
I
cut
think.
Yeah,
down
that was our
one of
first
our
kind of shot at like
old
an
axles
educational, like,
and
all right,
welded
here's
it
how
into
you
this
do
piece of
this
pipe
kind of video.
So we can
The
use
first
it as a
take.
breaker bar to get this thing opened up. So hopefully this comes out pretty easily. Ooh, yeah, there we go. All right, so this is going to be spring loaded, so we got to be careful of that.
Trying not to hit myself in the face.
I might be able to do it by hand now. Yep, okay. So this is under some spring tension, so I'm gonna want to be careful this doesn't pop up and hit me in the face. So my initial thinking is that we may have spun these things out too far and hit the inside of the bell housing. We'll have to take a look at that.
Jacob says, you don't want to know how I got my torque converter open.
I don't want to
There we
know. I know how you
Alright.
operate, and I don't want to know.
That's funny.
Bushings look okay. Spring
Probably
looks
kicked
fine.
it.
Yeah.
Let's get this thing open. I don't see any dings on the inside, so I don't think we actually threw it out so far that it hit the housing like I thought. So maybe RPM's not a problem. And I can see here, these welds are what was actually creating those bruises we saw on the outside, not denting from the rollers. So that's not a
admit when I'm
problem.
wrong.
But you can see
right.
here,
I was right on.
see how this roller right here
I had
is
a
in the
It was
track all the
wrong,
way.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
I
it
So
should
is
have
this
talked
one?
to you.
Yeah.
Then we
I
get
know
to this
you're
one.
the authority.
Kicked out.
Yeah,
on an
sometimes
angle.
I
We
don't
get kind of
say much,
sideways
but
there. So that
the
being
wheels
kicked
are
out like
turning.
this is what's locking it up into place. What we
Good.
want is these to sit down and in like that. Okay, so that was our issue. And let's go ahead and just pull all this out carefully. Okay, we can put those aside. Okay, so I have a couple gripes right off the bat. Gripe number one is that these have some pretty sharp, unfinished edges.
That's actually
where the metal
huge.
was stamped
I
out.
want to talk to.
And I think that the roller, because of those sharp edges, was able
it's
to
a
get
really
locked
easy
up
thing
sideways
to-
like that.
to,
And
like,
so the first thing I'm going to want
circumvent.
to do is go in and grind those edges down
it
and just
causes
kind of
this to
smooth
hang
them
up.
out a little
Yeah.
bit so that hopefully
If you have
they don't
this,
get
if
stuck
you
like
have the
that anymore.
upgraded springs and
Second
rollers in
gripe
there, it's probably
is
not
that
enough to keep it from snapping back
Inside
closed.
here,
And I'm guessing
there's
their
like
thought process
no
is
lubrication
that it's
whatsoever.
gonna just wear
I
itself
understand
in
there's
over time,
lubrication
but
on these rollers,
we
but
had that issue,
not enough
I mean,
to make me happy.
hours
So
into our use
we're
of the
going to get the
product,
Dremel
so.
out, sand this all down.
But anyways, we've got it sorted
and then
out
once
now.
we've
It
done
turns
that,
out our
clean it out a
for
little
what we're
bit,
doing and the terrain that
and
we
then
need,
come back in.
we really need those higher
I've got
tension
some new,
springs and the lighter rollers.
dry moly
and the
lube,
extra lube is
and we'll
huge.
use
That's a
that
huge
to
upgrade.
grease this thing back up, and maybe
Somewhere I'll put a
hopefully
link to that dry
we'll
moly.
alleviate
I
our
just grabbed
problems
it
we
off
were having.
Amazon, but that stuff
Oh,
is
I don't know if you're
great.
gonna be able to see this on camera, but check this out right here. You can hear it. My fingernail.
You can check out the
That's
rest
one
of
of
our
those
lube
sharp edges
endorsements on
that the
Yeah.
roller
on
got
my,
jammed up in
OnlyFans.
sideways and
Yeah,
it bent that little sharp edge over, and I think that's what was holding it in place. It doesn't take
We're
much.
live, Trey. Damn it.
That right there is enough. I don't
Yeah, I
feel
do
any
love
other
that you can
dings
hear
on these
that
other ones, so I
roll.
think this is the roller that was stuck open.
I love our
These are
audio.
cut
That's
U
the
sharp,
Audio
mic,
so
makes
we don't
me
want that.
so happy.
Let me get some paper
Yeah,
towels
for
real
sure.
quick.
Real quick.
All right, so I'm gonna get in here first with the drum, like I said, and let's just clean up these rough edges. Safety first.
There it is. Yeah, this audio doesn't start this nice. It starts very
Alright.
angry.
Now, we're going to lube the heck out of this thing. Get one of these bad boys down. I'm gonna do these inside pieces first because there's really no finesse here.
There's not.
The only place I really care about are the inside of these sort of three-pronged tracks, because that's where the rollers are gonna reside. Everywhere else is just gonna be overspray, but it ain't the shuttle, so. but you can see way more lubrication in here now. So we gotta let these dry. And in the meantime, I'm gonna get this guy as well, the shaft that the actual bell slides on. I wanna lube that up pretty good. We gotta be careful, we don't wanna get any lube on the part where the belt sits. So I Rachel
not
Ray
sure what you mean,
pre-cut us a
Jacob.
little plate.
Did
so
you
we
put
can
welds
block
on
that.
it or from the factory?
And let's get these. That looks pretty good. And while we're at it,
We're out of
might as well hit
Connecticut.
all these as well.
We're the only go-kart channel from the east, as far as I can tell.
For real.
I'm going heavy
East
on
of
the
the
sides
Mississippi.
because that's where it was binding up.
You know how hard it's
What
gonna be?
state's he in? Do you know?
Okay.
No idea. I would guess Florida.
So we're gonna have about 1,000% more lube than stock, which can only be a good thing, right? And so yeah, let's just let these dry and maybe you can kick it to some B-roll or something.
Maybe.
Kick it to that B-roll, boy. Look at how little you had to work with. Although the front end's nasty.
He's in
GoPro, start
Virginia.
recording.
Okay.
Pick up cars and camera
Well,
and on
it's all nice and
Virginia.
dry now.
Nice.
That was some grade A B-roll there, Trey. Well done. Let's get this thing put back together. I'm gonna
I
take
love
the
that
inner
every time,
housing,
dude.
get these
Every
springs
time I
back
love
on.
that.
Even though they're under tension, it's not that much. Get those snapped right in. And they should
I was
sit right
having
in
way
their
too
little
much fun
cozy
shooting this
homes.
torque converter.
You
Nice.
killed it.
So right there in the channel.
And I watched
They're
it
all
back,
sitting
that's
flat, no
perfect.
more
Holy-
cocked sideways. Looks good. You gotta line these back up so that the tracks match up with the tracks on the inside here. You should be able to feel it. Yep. So check that out. No more inner bell housing hanging out like it was before. It's right snug down in there. Good. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. So all this is gonna go back together. Stick it back in the vise.
So glad I bought that vice.
Now the tricky part.
I was carrying my one
getting
back and
these
forth from
threads
the
started
torque
again.
for so long.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
Great.
no, $20.
This thing
What am
lined
I
up.
doing? Why am I being stupid?
Get my weight back on it. See if I can get those threads to start. Okay. Crank this thing back down. Grab our custom breaker. Hold the table. So I have
Hey,
a little
there he is.
leverage.
Before my
Happy with
haircut.
that.
Yeah, I know, right? You had the
All
flow.
right.
I was hoping
All
you were
right.
going to join me on the
Last
mullet
thing,
game, but
because my hands are all dirty,
Well, that was a
and I
coated
got
cut. And
lube and
mullet
grime
now.
and all that on the inside here. We don't want the belt getting dirty with that, so
1,000
I'm gonna come
subs.
in.
1,000 subs?
1,000 subs.
All right.
I'll get a mullet.
Alcohol preps here and just clean this up. As much as we want lubrication on the inside, we want good friction on the outside so that belt will grab. All right. Good as new. Dare I say, better.
Better.
Only one way to find out though. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna be today, but we'll get this thing back on there at least. We'll be ready to rock for next time. Not too shabby.
That might have to go on a t-shirt.
Not
Not
too
too
shabby.
I say that so often.
I dig that.
It's not
All
bad.
right.
It's not too
It's
shabby.
like
Good
the, it's like
day
the
under
cars
our
and
belts.
cameras guys.
I mean,
Really?
let's
Yeah, they
just
have-
recap
theirs
it
is,
all. It's been a long
it'll be
week,
fine.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's kind of
We did
similar
our
to
shop
that.
overall.
Not too shabby.
But
Yeah.
just as cool
Yeah.
Helpful
and very
for us,
different.
Good for
It seems
Trey,
like some
good for everybody.
cursive.
Yeah.
The range is all right. As far as work on the cart, we got those front hubs sorted out, got those things repositioned, welded up. Test drive proved that those were effective.
Improve the steering.
Yeah, hugely
gotta
improved
talk
the
to,
steering. And that was something we were struggling with, so I'm glad that that helped.
Parker's girlfriend. I'm forgetting her name.
Abby.
Reinforced those
Abby.
rear hubs.
We got to talk to
kind of
Abby.
preemptively,
Get
so
her
we don't
on
have
the,
any issues, and they look
get in her head about
badass.
notes at some point.
We do. We do.
off-road
Abby
ready
has killed
officially
every
now.
project
Although
that,
those front
like,
hubs are way
I've-
stronger,
that
didn't
I've,
stop
like,
us from having
you know,
a wheel
had her
off
work
our
on
test
and-
drive.
That was an issue.
I think
So,
merch is up
got those
next,
cotter
man.
pins
We need to do
drilled.
some work. It needs to be
Should be good to
sick.
go on
It
that.
needs to
No
be
more
like
issues there. And then we
When
just
we
built
hit
the
a
spectacular
subframe
merge.
joint, 'cause that was
Along with
making
your
a lot of
mullet, when we
noise.
hit 1,000 subs, that's when we're dropping
excited.
merch.
That was the
Period.
one thing
1,000
that was
subs?
left
1,000
made
subs.
It feel like
1,000
that old
subs.
cart
1,000
that we
subs, we drop
picked up
merch.
on the
500
flatbed
will
for
drop
$10.
stickers.
Look at this.
we
Matt
should
sent
get some,
Matt sent a picture. He's
vibration
watching it.
Oh, that's right,
All right, Matt.
Thank you again, man.
did
That
my
was
big
so
coil
cool of you
job.
to tweet that for us. That
Thank
was
you,
really
thank
cool.
you,
And
Matt.
hey,
Let's
congratulations
keep
on the
our battery
podcast,
charged
dude. That's
up and we'll
really
run it
sick.
at
I've been
night with the
listening
lights
to
on,
it.
'cause we're gonna
So
have to
dope.
do lights.
I
High
to-
quality.
I told these guys you were number one. They were
And then we
losing
got
their
our big toilet
minds.
I didn't. I was like,
What?
I was like, how?
Yeah,
How do
boy.
you
Opened it up and didn't find
dethrone
anything.
Rogan? There's no way.
Still don't understand how it's
Right,
possible,
it was pretty
but
definitive. It was
you know,
those
It's awesome.
hats
sharp
off to
edges
you,
in
sir.
there.
Paper
Cheers.
Ghost. One more.
Cheers.
Cheers to Paper
Cheers.
Ghost.
Cheers.
Right
Paper
here.
Ghost one more time.
So we took care of that.
Tommy on the
sound.
soundtrack.
Tommy on the soundtrack.
Heck out of it.
I love for the audio.
We should
Yep.
be in good shape there. But like I said, it's gonna need a test drive. So
This is one of this is
Trey,
our
you
cleanest
might be up,
recap
buddy. You haven't got
to
on this
date
thing yet.
on
Yep.
this episode.
Oh yeah.
I'll film
Oh
it.
wait.
Good. We'll get you. We gotta get him some gimbal lessons.
With the 2 GoPros now too.
Oh, true.
Oh my god, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, the stabilization on that GoPro 8 is just absolutely wild.
It doesn't even make sense.
No.
You know, I looked up how it works.
Yeah.
I don't understand you. No answer.
Evil goat. We gotta bring that
Magic.
meme back.
Magic.
I still don't understand how
It's
the
all right. We like
stabilization on
magic.
go-karts
We could
work,
use-
on
we could use
GoPros
the
work.
magic we can get on this thing.
Go-karts, I have a better
So, yeah,
understanding
next
of
time
the
we'll
I'm
stabilization.
proud of you. Honestly, you've come a
Get that
long way.
installed. We gotta get Trey on this thing, like I said. That's
Oh.
important. Get the harnesses in.
Mom.
Yeah.
Digging that silver
Yeah.
fox.
Oh.
There he is.
Thank you, lady.
Boom!
Woo.
Hey, they don't call him
They
Big
don't-
Bob for nothing.
That's right.
Today.
That's right.
That was such a great
Yeah,
one.
he wants royalties.
Oh,
I can't wait till we hit that. That's
that
gonna
one's
be-
coming
Yeah,
up.
That's up to you guys. Subscribe, but yeah, man.
So loving in action. That's awesome.
Hey, we got a couple new people on.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's
Hey,
up, everybody
What's up,
new?
everybody? Yeah, appreciate you.
Cool,
Thanks for
man.
coming through.
I guess that's a
Jump
wrap
in the
for now.
comment section. We'll shout
Pick it
you
back
out. I'd
up,
love to say
next
hi.
week.
I
We
can't
can
tell
say
who's
that
who when
That
it's
sounds like a
if
plan
you haven't
for
commented. Otherwise, it doesn't really show me names. But
Hey,
appreciate y'all for watching.
episode 5 next.
Yeah.
One of my favorite openings.
Should we pause it? Let's give it a quick pause.
Okay.
Let's talk it through.
It was your idea, so I'll let you
Yeah.
tee it up. But it came out awesome.
So, little behind the scenes. Shooting these TYRANIS videos, generally how it goes is I call Trey up and I'm like, yo, Trey, are you free? You want to come through today? Let's shoot an episode. And he's like, yes, absolutely. Comes through. I usually have a pretty good idea of what we want to get done on the cart because, that's my area of expertise here.
Yes.
And so I've got that pretty much locked in, but when it comes to the sort of more creative, more interesting, like random stuff, our intros and stuff like that, most of that we just dream up right on the fly. And so this was a combination of, I think the both of us had this
Yeah.
figured out. You had the first half of it, and I had let's put it in reverse and do it backwards.
Yep.
And it just kind of became it was just a cool, epic intro. And this made it into the intro to a lot of your videos on your channel too, right? You made it into the intro sequence.
This intro is like one of my favorite clips
Yeah.
of all time because we shot this shot, like the specific shot, a couple different times in reverse, forwards. Like we really wanted to get it right, and we did it so many times. Only 3 times or so.
Yeah, only a few times.
That
Oh,
it was just it was a sick clip, and I actually ended up the last time that we did this clip.
yeah. Oh,
If you check out on my Instagram, I crashed the drone. Like we got the shot. It was my
was so
favorite.
epic.
It wasn't the best version for the intro, but it was my favorite shot, and we got it. And I was so excited that I forgot to stop the drone, and it just kept on going and
Yeah.
went right into a tree.
Crashed it right into a tree.
Over the
So epic.
pool. It was like a very.
Does it make I can't remember if it made it to the end of episode 5. Did we close it with that? Did we crash into the tree to close it? I know we talked about that.
It just switches over to trees, I think.
Maybe.
The
We'll have
shot.
to see, but that isn't epic.
But the other part
Yeah.
of the shot that's great is the effects you put on it and the music.
Oh, and
the
the
way
little-
it kicks in. Yeah, I
well,
love
let's
that.
Just,
I love
let's
it.
just watch it. But quickly, before we go, let's see who we got
I think we
jumping in.
got Dory Reality.
Hey, Dory.
Hey,
Thanks
Dory.
for checking us out. I saw the sub come in the other day. I was so excited. I
Awesome.
appreciate you. That was awesome. So
Yeah, for sure.
thanks for coming through. Thanks for checking us out. And let's get right into
All right.
episode 5.
Hope you guys like this beginning as much as we do.
This is the end. These are the.
Oh,
great-
I'm sorry.
This is great. No, it's coming up. But this is beautiful. I love all this. This is that day it was raining, and I was like, you sure you want to get B-roll in my car when it's wet? And you're like, dude, I do. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah. It was just. It looked so nice.
It does.
It was beautiful.
You can find that on Shutterstock.
Yep.
Here we go. All peaceful.
Yeah, son. I don't know how you walked backwards. Like that's
Trying to look natural, walking backwards all that way.
That's a swag walk, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
My only regret is I should have had a shirt on to sell it even harder,
Back
so it would
at it
come out
again.
perfectly dry.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, why didn't we do
got a
that?
couple
I just
interesting
wasn't thinking.
upgrades for you guys, like we talked about last time. Got a light bar on there.
This one goes hard.
I forgot
Did a
how hard
little,
that went.
Work on
Release
here.
those-
Started
Tell
up our
people
dash.
the drone track is an artistic choice.
Looking
Yeah,
pretty
Trey
janky
doesn't
right
care
now,
about
but
his
eventually
gear.
it's
It's
gonna
all
be
about
a
getting the
good
shot.
start.
We get the
also
shot, that's the
welded on
artistic
our
choice.
rearview mirror. That's going to be helpful for our little test drive today. Threw some harnesses in.
I love the
Safety
juxtaposition.
first.
This-
We also
this
added our
cheery
big boy
music into the crazy
5-gallon gas tank.
5-gallon
So
gas
extra.
tank, Speedway Motors. Go check it out. We got a couple of those
We got
now.
the beautiful weather. Got some GoPros set up. I think it's time for
Wow,
us to
that's
get
the
out there.
most extra
Do a
thing
little
ever.
test drive.
I
What do you
love
think?
that.
That sounds about right. It's go time, baby.
Heck yeah. Well, you're going to drive
Go
us out
time.
there.
Oh,
this
You
is
haven't
Trey's
been
big
out
Yeah,
ride.
I
Oh,
forgot this is the one I
shoot.
get
So
to
we back
drive.
it out
No.
and get it fueled up.
That
Left
sounds
foot
fine, my
Trey.
guy.
Yeah, we had to redo our whole throttle system after this.
You're going to follow us in the Jeep.
Now it
your
works
rescue
better.
vehicle.
Yep, that's true.
All right, dude. Well, hop in and I'll start you up.
It was really hard to know where the limit was on this thing back
100%.
then.
And I had told
You're gonna
you
need
the
these,
brake
the
is
speeds we'll
manual,
be
which
traveling.
it is. It was a completely non-hydraulic, just a manual static brake. And so I was like, you gotta really get on it. But I didn't tell you the throttle wasn't that way. So I think you
Gas?
Oh, that's right.
And you get
That's your
excited.
gas.
I got really excited.
Brake pedals on the left.
This
That's pretty
cart
much all you
does
need
that
know.
to people.
The rest of it's
Everybody
automatic.
that's got into it.
Everybody that gets in this cart
Go set
feels
it, baby.
exactly how
Try it out.
how I reacted.
Trust me, Jacob. Trey's gonna have he's gonna have his own buggy at some point. We're gonna need a camera chase vehicle, so that's in the works.
That's gonna be wild.
I'm like looking for a blinker out here.
Yeah, you're
You're
not
not
going to
gonna
get
get
one
one.
just yet.
No blinker, baby. This is so fun.
I told you.
But
Spin the hat around.
we're in it.
I have legit never touched this thing.
Yes.
Breaking the speed limit, this thing was the coolest ever. I don't know how
Yeah,
cool
boy.
it comes through, but there are
This is what it's
potholes
designed for. This
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
all over.
So much better than the
Like
road.
I am hammering it left and right.
Yeah.
Man.
Which is why I love getting out there. And I selected those tires specifically because they have enough traction, but
This is
they
awesome,
do.
bro.
See what I'm
You can slide
saying?
them
That's
around
why
pretty
we're
easily
filming
with
this
that.
series.
Yeah, it is. This is so cool. Oh my god.
This was
Let's
the
kill it
best
and get
day of your life,
situated.
Trey.
That I was
That's a great
so
line.
stoked.
That line's coming up. Oh, I love it.
No gas leaks. That's a good sign. Now, here's the real question. Was it worth the wait?
Dude. Look at it. In every possible sense of that saying, it was worth the
in the
wait.
subtitle.
Love it.
Here we go. And now me, all business. Trey slapping the headboards, freaking out, losing his mind, into just no messing around.
Send, full send.
This was
Full send.
wild.
What?
Oh my god.
You can see it getting
dude.
loose, dude. Like,
You are all business.
Oh
You-
my
we didn't speed
god.
these up. There's
Okay.
Trey. You know
I
how
was-
scary that was for me.
I was sprinting across the road. That's me literally
Yeah.
sprinting
Oh, I know.
across the road to try to get these shots. Ooh, that was the drone going through this road,
Yep.
which I almost crashed on a number of occasions.
And there's that corner.
Oh,
Yeah, that became infamous.
wow. Wow.
I love this episode.
That was the coolest sequence.
You would think that, Jacob, but our actual lower gearing probably
What do you
gives us a
think,
better
Trey? You got your
acceleration
first ride
off the
in. Were you
jump.
impressed?
That was the best day of
I'll
my
race you
life.
someday.
I'm happy, man. Yeah, we did good, right? I mean,
And he didn't kill the cart.
here, hang on, Ann. Oh, you probably got it. Don't flip. You didn't kill the cart, and neither did I. I was the one that was
Another
really worried.
another
But yeah, that
foreshadowing.
gas tank,
So
that's
true.
sick. The light bar, it's gonna be so cool. We threw the harnesses in.
The harnesses performed nicely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Snugged in there.
Yeah, man. You know, there's no rattling
This is my
around.
favorite song.
Which is nice, especially once we get into the state forest. You're hitting potholes and stuff. Good to have that. So,
Dash, I'm excited about.
Dude, we hit a lot. I
Yeah.
cut a
Yeah,
lot of them
that's gonna
out,
come
but we hit a
I
lot
know.
of potholes
I
over
know.
there.
I was trying to be
Really
nice.
nice.
I was like, hey, that's a pothole. Hey, look at the road.
Your key start, your lights, all the fun switches. So,
No more pull start.
no more pull start. Man, I keep forgetting about that. I should be more excited about that. That's a huge upgrade. Just right
Yeah.
on the dash. That's gonna be awesome. I
I
think
wiped
we
the
ought to be
harnesses so
pretty
off.
close to getting started on that red card again.
Yes.
It's way more fun to have
Sorry.
too.
A little bit.
But the other thing from last time that we had not
It looks
touched on yet
stylized.
is we had a little surprise delivery from the Amazon guy. Yes, we did. Who was back again today, which was cool.
I'm wearing that same shirt today.
Has anybody seen our Amazon guy?
No.
Man, those royalties are coming.
I talk to him on Instagram every once in a while.
Time for
I
this?
think it's time. Pull that thing
Come
out.
on, Eric.
I miss that guy.
Me too.
Eric, if you're watching, we miss you.
Or Eric Volgino. We miss you too.
Oh,
buddy.
baby, get that thing out of there.
I definitely
Yeah,
miss
we got
Eric
ourselves a
Volgino.
new exhaust.
He's gonna be camera B one of these
So,
days. I told him
that's
straight up,
gonna
let
be
me
a lot of
know.
fun to play
Yeah, I was
with.
like, bro,
That's gonna
let me
sound
know.
great and also
We're
be
gonna
fun.
be
Quite
around,
a bit.
and you gotta
Yeah,
come
let's get this
through
thing all the
because we
way
would.
out.
How sick would it be to
But
have
with
two
the,
live
you know,
cameras running?
brush,
That'd be sick.
with the chrome, you know, because that's
If,
how
if
we do
anybody
it.
here
The other
watches
really cool
like
thing about this
NBA
particular
stuff,
exhaust and
like
why I selected
basketball,
this one
like check out their
is because it's got a
Snapchat. Eric
removable
edits like
decibel killer
a
back
lot
here.
of those
When we're on
videos
the
that go
street
up there on
and stuff like
Snapchat
that,
and on
trying to not make
Instagram.
too much
Right,
of
you
a
get millions
racket.
of views.
We
It's
can
crazy.
leave that in, and as
Eric,
soon as we get out into the woods, put a little Allen key
you're a
in
baller.
there,
Hey,
pop
Eric,
this
can you
out.
get us on
Basically
ESPN?
got a big old,
yeah, dude.
straight pipe.
Here's the
Yeah.
plug. We're plugging you, bro.
Can you get me tickets to the Celtics
so
game?
cool.
Yeah, we
I
gotta
can't
see
wait to have
Kemba.
that.
We want to drive the cart
Right, I'm
out
sure you
onto the
noticed
court.
when we were driving around, even on the road, we were getting
Let us
some
know.
pretty good
Wah,
backfire
wah, wah,
out
wah,
of
wah,
the
wah.
stock
I smell rubber, dude.
But
That's
you
coming.
can't
That's
run
11,
just an
right?
exhaust.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
we got another box, which this one I'm gonna need a knife for. Got a knife, Trey?
Got this new one actually. Check it out.
Oh, we got a knife.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is crazy light, dude.
The Amazon guy goes hard, dude. Thanks for jumping in the comments. We see you.
So, in addition to
Oh,
our
that's
exhaust,
Mike. Yes.
we
What's
got
up, Motac?
ourselves
Oh
sweet new air
man.
filters. We can
He
ditch that,
is
that
on
our
the
guy?
channel, dude. I
custom
love
air
Mike.
box that we built.
No, that's Mike Motac from
And
college. He,
the
Oh,
attachment
cool.
points
he's out in
for
New
that.
Jersey.
Got
Does he go by a
some,
different name? I know most of your
heavy-duty
buddies by their
springs
Big Mike.
so
Big
that when
Mike.
we're
That's
Okay.
Big Mike right there.
Big
5,000
Mike.
Big Mike.
RPM,
Shout
we're
to,
not
hey,
getting
cheers to
any
Big
valve
Mike right
flow.
here.
He's a
Give him
man.
little
Well,
touch it up
here
for
we
him.
go.
Touch it up
Mike.
for him.
He's always
Nice.
keeping our videos and
Carbs.
showing us love.
Appreciate you,
Thank you,
bro.
brother.
Gas
I
through. We're
appreciate
gonna have
you,
a
man.
5-gallon gas tank. What's fuel economy, right? I mean, and then of course, to put it all together,
Oh,
we got
dude.
these nice straight pipe headers. Which I'm gonna chop
If only they knew what
Also
they had
got
in
some
store.
J-bent
Those
pipe
straight
from Summit
pipes.
Racing. Between the exhaust, the headers, and those J pipes, we're gonna be able to make a pretty cool exhaust. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be a great future episode.
What is that?
Is it champagne balls?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
nice, nice.
Popping them off. There's only like a 12-second delay, which is pretty
I'd say
cool.
so.
It's not
Burn
bad.
the shop down.
I didn't burn the shop down. We
Close.
Oh, we almost burned the shop down this episode.
Yeah,
I was
that
so-
was real.
I've never been so mad.
I took it well.
I get for not using a firework.
You did.
I did order a flame retardant
Yeah,
blanket.
that was.
So, you live and you learn. All right, let's
You
call it a
edited
wrap
that
right there.
awkward
We'll catch you guys
silence so
next week.
perfect.
Don't forget to like and
You
subscribe.
were freaked.
If
You thought
nothing
I was
else,
going to
for
freak
the
out
Amazon
because
guy,
my
you
brand
really
new
want
seat
to
was
see this.
melted.
Yeah.
I was pissed off.
But I was,
I was mad. I was the idiot.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Stuff
tough one.
happens. Oh, we had outtakes. I forgot.
Oh,
about
yep.
that. Look at that gate opening.
Yeah, Big Bob is
Big
on
Bob.
a fishing line.
Yes.
Opening the gate. Asher pointed that out. He realized that.
Yeah.
Asher realized that, yeah. Wow.
Now,
This is actually the one I
this
crashed.
is the one. And you cut it just before
I
the actual
I
crash.
crashed into this tree.
Pop,
right here.
gone. He's
Yeah,
But what a transition into the.
it was a
woods.
fun transition.
Yeah.
Big Mike getting love in the chat. I love it. We got 12 viewers. What's up, guys? I appreciate y'all for coming through. We
Yeah,
see
we
you.
love
That's
y'all.
awesome.
Jump in the comments. Let me say what's up.
Oh,
That was
Bobby's
scary.
almost first accident. That was almost our first incident.
That was frightening.
Ooh.
Yeah. The guy in the car, though, the only thing that made it okay was the guy in the car was smiling ear to ear because he thought the cart was so cool. And I was like, okay, good. I was ready to put it in the drink, dude, if I had to.
From my perspective, that was frightening.
Yeah.
You go around the corner and then I see a car come.
I was-
I'm like,
You were on the
what?
drone.
I was watching it on the drone and I wasn't even sure what to do.
Yeah.
Because the cart was so loud, I couldn't yell. I couldn't yell to you, and I couldn't what was I gonna do?
Yeah.
I could just watch it. I was
Yeah.
just and you couldn't see it yet.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was tough.
That was scary.
You know,
That was a big episode, bro.
your boy's reaction times. on
That was a
point.
big episode.
That was a big episode. I honestly expected that video to slap harder.
I haven't
than
even
did.
opened it, so we're gonna actually have to
What is
figure out how to get into
Hold on,
this
where's the
thing.
mouse?
Uh-oh.
We jumped.
We did. All right, you
Uh-oh.
gotta move. Oh, I got the mouse. It's under the.
All right. Sorry,
It's
guys.
under the YouTube couch.
We jumped ahead a little bit. We're going to fix it up.
No problem. If I can hold the mouse right. And there we go. So this is episode 6. Charged Up. This is low key one of my favorite episodes.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah. I dig this.
Who's Justin Griffin? Jay Gaunt told me about this. Pretty cool what you guys are doing. What up from NJ? My
Hey.
dude.
Right,
Another
nice.
MJ guy. That's
Another,
where you're
New,
from, Trey.
another New
So-
Jersey.
So, yeah, that's my buddy Jay's friend who's in New
Nice.
Jersey.
Nice.
Him and Jay are doing some I think they're rehabbing houses and doing
Very
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Justin, thanks for dropping in, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. That's very cool.
Thanks for checking it out.
Hey.
Let's get it. Let's should we get into episode 6 for
Go.
Justin?
Yeah.
All right, Justin, we got you.
Justin,
bro.
this one's for you.
Yep. Let's. Oh, that's the stream. I gotta come up here.
Bam.
What's up, homeboy? Getting prepped here. We got quite a lot to tackle today.
Jersey in the house. Big Mike.
Well,
I love it.
we got a
Look
bunch
at
of
the community
electrical
we're
stuff,
building,
which I
bro.
actually
This
already
is so
started
cool.
without
Love
you.
it.
Got the dash sorted out, got our key start up front, but we're gonna finish the wiring. I ran all that stuff back to where the battery's gonna be, but we'll finish that up.
Hey, this is Jay
Got our
chiming in.
lights to put on.
Yeah.
Throw some foam on there. You know, beef this thing up a little bit. That's always fun. Oh yeah, we'll see if we can get the e-brake in there. Speedometer we might throw in. Oh, that's right. We're gonna add a stop for the throttle pedal because Trey doesn't know the difference between a throttle and a go button and got a little too excited last time and slipped our throttle cable out a good
I still don't know the
places. So we're
difference.
gonna
I know you
throw-
don't. That's why I designed mechanical limits.
But
Thanks,
you
buddy.
had fun and that's all that
Can't count
matters.
on you.
Yeah,
I-
speaking
you
of
got
Trey,
me on
buddy,
the
we were
video
thinking about
call.
you 'cause, I mean, here you're pretty well
we
set
did,
up,
baby.
right? We got you your little pegboard, which,
That's right.
come on, look at this, guys. He's already filling it up. Nice.
The one
But
thing.
when you're off on other shoots and you're not here with us, when you're in the field, we got you a little present. A little
This was a
surprise.
legit surprise.
Yeah,
for
give me the
Trey.
gift
This was
here.
a complete surprise. Like if we're gonna be honest, like
Take a
the
look,
shop
buddy.
was not a complete surprise. This was a legitimate on-camera surprise.
Yeah.
I wasn't even sure what to do, and this table is awesome.
It's kind of a collapsible
used it on a couple
folding
shoots,
table.
I've used it on a
It
couple
fits
different things.
your
I've used it on
modular,
shoots. I've used it on
back
retreats. I've
worn
used it on what like
gear
it's always in
lifestyle.
my car.
Yeah.
It's
I gotta-
like
haven't
I
even
might have to get
opened
my
it, so
cell
we're gonna
phone
actually
because
have
it's so
to figure
cool.
out how to get into this thing.
it's really useful to be able to have a table all the time.
Dude, that's mad cool. I've never even heard of this.
Yeah, no, I did a little research.
I'm always looking for a place to like set up my stuff. It's always, oh crap, I gotta put it on the ground or something like that.
Here, I'll
And
give
that's
you
for
a hand
like
here.
all my stuff,
Like,
like
take
not
this.
just like camera gear, like everything.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many times I just have to do
The
stuff
cool
just
little
on the ground.
hammock underneath.
I love that.
That's what sold me. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is not a like I still don't even know who makes this table.
I know. We didn't even get.
You got to take care of your cameraman.
Gotta take care of your cameraman, man.
Good stuff. You still love Big Bob.
Yes.
Side of the camera.
We're so predictable.
Yeah, we told you we were gonna get him some gimbal lessons.
I'm looking into a baby version of Trey's gimbal.
Little handheld guy.
Yeah, that we're gonna run the 8s on. The 08s.
Not
Man,
bad.
table.
It's you, man.
Dude, what does that weigh? Like 5-6 pounds, maybe 7.
The
Well, the
camera,
camera adds
10.
10 or 15, right? So
Both of y'all get the dad jokes.
It took me so
Alright.
long to get
now
that.
let's get to work.
Yes.
Nobody has ever done a better camera grab than Asher. Though,
I
will
know.
say.
I'm jealous.
Asher
All right,
Asher does
so we
get
got
the award
dash,
for
man.
best camera
Did
grab
some work before you got
ever.
here. We can show
He
some of
crushed
that. But
it.
You nailed
basically,
it.
all we
Although I
did
haven't
was
seen
take
mine
the
yet.
No, you're right. You're coming up
existing
though.
key start box off of the Predator.
Yeah, technically that
420,
doesn't exist
and I
yet.
kind of
No,
broke it down.
I didn't say that.
Pulled the key start out in a little circuit
We can't do the
protector.
alarm bleeps.
Keys
No.
Just on like the exhaust.
Here.
Justin wants a link for the table.
Cut
We
this
gotta
nice piece
figure out how to
of,
get him one.
All right.
Aluminum as our front plate there.
Oh man, the one
I'm
thing.
literally gonna drop it. Hang on, I'll
Lights
find it.
today,
Nice.
as
Justin,
well as a little battery tender.
We do
That's
gotta
all we
do
got in the
that.
dash for now, but we're leaving
This
some
is-
for some other stuff.
I love some of this work you did, Trey,
Kinda
coming up
just
here
took all
with the
this,
wiring and the lighter.
Yeah.
I love
wires,
this part
extended
coming
them,
up.
Ran it all the way down through.
The
this
vi-
sort of
you know,
wire
Well, he was
film
doing so
that
much.
runs
Like
all
there
the
was a
way
lot
back
going
down
on, and at
here
the time I didn't really
underneath
know
the
much
seats.
about the wiring
And you
and
can see here
electronics
if you
Yeah.
actually
of
lay
all
these
this,
things
so I
down,
wanted to get
slide 'em
everything
forward
even though I
here.
didn't know
I
quite what
love
it
it.
was.
That all runs down to back here. Put in a battery box that we welded up. Big Bob got his first intro into welding.
Yes, I did.
That's true.
I need more work.
So what you're saying is I
I
made
need
it look
more
easy.
work.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, man. I mean, everything's pretty
Bobby
much
with the.
here.
So what you're saying is I make it look easy.
Yeah.
It's all sort of just rat's nested in because I wanted to drive it. All that comes
You
here.
are brutally honest on this.
Some of it I've already got hooked up.
It's real.
The yellow and green here are for that battery gauge. So this is going to tell us what our battery life is at. This guy is just going to go to ground. That's the original connector to remind me. We'll hook up this to the red end of the battery. The black side, the negative terminal, is going to get grounded down to the frame. And then I've also got some
There's your
grounding
link for the
straps,
table. I got you, man. I hooked
so
it
we
up.
can-
Nice. That's awesome.
We can take this, and I'm going to attach one end side to here, and the other side to the main frame, so that way we can ground the engine from the subframe to the main frame in a
I keep
way
saying
that's a little bit
subframe.
more
Technically,
reliable
it's a
than
swing
just,
arm, but I have
depending
a
upon
couple
these
88 Pontiac
joints.
Fieros, and that section of the car
Yeah,
would
we
be
got a bunch of
considered a
electrical stuff to
subframe,
tackle,
so I
and
can't
hopefully-
break
Well,
that
we
habit.
go
And a little
between
bit here, we'll be able to
subframe,
fire this thing up
rear
from the
end,
dash, which
and
is
I got you
ascend.
going on
Here's our
ascend. I
battery
think.
we got. That fits.
You ruined me.
Opposite fits nicely right in there. We got to get a strap.
There goes
to
all our
load that down.
sponsorships.
I know,
And
I
then
know.
You can see right here, this is our voltage regulator.
Trash.
As you guys remember,
Could be worse.
we did that secondary charging coil so that we can keep it charged while we're running with the accessories on. So
There's got to be a
other
way to
than
fix
that,
that.
man,
I just haven't had the
we're looking pretty good, so-
inclination to go through it.
let's get into it.
So here's this part that I was talking about, Ray. Trey. Trey, sorry.
It does, Justin. Yeah. What's up?
I love this part right here.
Yeah.
Leading up to the lights.
Unreal B-roll. That's
Yeah,
one of the
that's
big
what I'm
things
saying.
that we got going.
Just listen to the music and watch it.
Yeah. Justin, you're gonna dig that table, man. It's worth every penny. I think there's a coupon on it right now too, at least on my end. There was. Super solid. I like it.
This was actually a really long process.
Yeah.
This took some figuring out.
It's so dramatically lit though. I love that.
It's dramatic and lit. It's just cool.
I got that K-Max hat in a raffle back in high school. Shout out to Mr. Z, Mr. Zealot, took me on that field trip.
Yeah,
Still love that hat.
You missed your other joke though. You didn't.
I know, I should've
The
planned
shuttle.
it.
It's okay.
battery gauge, dude.
I love what you knew.
LCD
Backlit, baby.
13.3 volts, nice.
It's like you're gonna go
I
through
mean, I
10
bought the thing, I should know
features.
how it works, but come on, that's cool. All right. Big Bob, you want to do the honors?
Time?
I think it's time.
Oh.
So basically, just start it. If it starts,
That's
like
gotta
it
go on a
should,
t-shirt.
then you shut it right back
Yeah.
off so we don't die.
It's the new Ric Flair.
All right, this is a big moment, man. I'm excited.
Dude.
That was a big moment.
Start on the dash, baby.
That was a big moment.
Yeah, that was sick.
That's a milestone. That really is.
We love milestones.
Yo, can you swap the battery on the GoPro?
Yes. This one?
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually sick. Check this out. Artman sent us out this cool little battery charger.
Yo, shout out to Artman.
Take a
This
look
thing
at
is
this thing.
so clutch.
For your
Yeah,
GoPros,
this thing-
you can get 3 batteries in there. The whole
Whenever
thing
we're
plugs
using
in.
GoPros, it's the best.
Open it up,
If
and
I
you can
didn't
put the
have
whole
this,
thing in your
I swear
camera
I
bag.
would not be able to do the
Pull one
thing
out when you need it.
Here.
Yeah.
Period. It is huge.
Comes with 3 of their batteries.
I'm gonna hit them up on your EOSR
Boom, good to go.
battery charger.
Slap the other one in there.
Because they have one and they've been wanting to do more stuff with us.
That would be sick.
Keep it charging.
You see me reach up and leg for the other day?
No.
They
So,
liked and commented on
We have a
our
dirty
last
little
post.
secret.
And I was like,
We
"Yo, we'd
built
love to
this
do a
whole
review
cart
and assembly
using
video
1-inch
on a 600
tubing.
tube bender."
Oh.
Got it in
But
my
we've
head.
done it all on a Harbor Freight pipe bender. I know what you're gonna say. Why would you ever use a pipe bender to bend tube? And the answer is, this is way less expensive. You have my word, we will get a tube bender very soon.
We're gonna get a tube
And
bender.
if you guys like
I'll
and
buy it if I
subscribe, it's
have
gonna
to,
help
but
us
I
get
would
there
love to. It'd
fast.
be so
Once
cool
we
to do
start
something
doing
done.
full custom frames and everything, not just these resto mods, there is gonna be no way to do the kind of stuff that we want to do. Flame me in the comments, but at least I was honest with you. So the way we're gonna have to do it is we take our tubing and we pack
You
it
didn't get
with
too flamed in
sand.
the comments.
No, I didn't. We're lucky.
We did get lucky. The people went easy on us.
I know.
Thank you. But you should have fucking roasted him.
Look, once we
We're
hit
gonna
1,000
basically
subs,
try
people will be watching back these videos. I will get flamed.
Yeah.
I promise I'll get
We're gonna have to use
flamed.
some waste.
Yeah.
Again, another issue with using a pipe bender.
But at least we'll have Militant merch to
We'll
back
just
it
get
up.
That's
bent in
right.
there about this radius, and then kind of fit it in. All right, let's do it.
This is a jam.
Yeah, I like it.
We got 2 bends.
Not bad. So that's pretty much the max that we can
Actually,
do
low-key
with the
your
pipe
first
bender
B-roll
without
right there.
That's what I'm
kinking down
thinking,
here
yeah.
being too
Oh,
egregious.
Yeah.
It
That's
wasn't
true.
a full it wasn't a full sequence.
41. What's this one?
We get another not too shabby here.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Not bad. All right.
Sweet.
Ah.
So close. Off brand. You guys are off brand. I need you to do better.
I love having the P-Start, man. It's very cool. You gotta make sure you have a good battery, though, and a good charging system. Otherwise, you can easily drain it starting it up too many times. You're not gonna run it very long. You're epic. In the freaking checkered shorts, just whatever.
I misspoke earlier. I love all of this, how it keeps building and building and building.
Yeah.
So the lights go on.
So I think that sucks about doing tubing this way is that it throws sand dust all over me when I'm cutting it.
Well, because this whole episode is really about getting the lights on.
Yeah.
And it took the whole, like, we shot for a while, and it took a long time
Yeah.
to get these on.
This is one of our longest shoots, start to finish, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was not, I should have drawn up like a wiring diagram beforehand, but I was literally just on the fly figuring it out.
Well,
I had a pretty good idea, but the way it was,
Yeah.
this is going to sound crazy, but I assumed that the switches that I had operated in the exact opposite way that they did. And so it threw off my whole way of setting them up. And that's why you'll see me kind of talk about that.
why would that throw you off?
Yeah, I don't know, dude, but yeah.
Yeah, like he was saying, this is a tricky one because one side it's pretty straightforward, it's just kind of a nice even fish mouth here, but because this pipe's coming in at an angle, we got this crazy compound sort of fishy mouth in there. But it all
Fishy
fits up
mouth.
pretty good. You can see it better from the front.
Fishy mouth.
Not too shabby.
There it
There you
is.
go. There it is.
I said, oh, I love
Oh, yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Little
dude.
Thor action.
this. Another last-minute addition.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to watch that again back on this.
Trey,
Live
this is
screen.
the beginning of the stretch
Yes.
I really like.
And the music kicks in so good.
Oh, the music makes it.
Well, the song is called "We Can Own the Night,"
Ah.
and it seems so perfect because the lights turn on.
Yeah. And we're building up.
Yep. And this was back in the day. I didn't know how much of this I needed to include or not include, and we didn't have the workflow to figure that out really super efficiently all the time. So I think I just came back to you with this long freaking sequence of like all the different things we did to get these lights
so
going,
tight, though.
and it was really cool. It was fun. It wasn't the most technical, but you know, it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Smoke
I mean,
going
it's
out.
just
The time ramping in and out is so huge in these clips.
It's fun.
This is low-key one of my favorite episodes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Work your magic.
Work your magic, Bob.
Oh, I think I got it. Okay. We'll find out in a minute, but I think I got it.
You built this up so hard.
I know, man.
So frustrating. Holy shit. Such a mind game. Okay.
Back at it though.
Yep.
Yep.
Every time.
I just felt bad because the night was getting long and you guys were sitting there like batting your eyes trying to stay awake, and I'm over here soldering like, "Yeah, I got it, guys, I promise."
Well, that's the thing. If you say you got it, then I generally trust that you freaking got it.
I appreciate you.
You know? It may take till 1 a.m., you know, but you got it.
It's a little non-trivial trying to get one set of lights turned on low beams and then both on high.
High beams. Here comes the music. Right into the burst. Well done.
Snappy B-roll.
I forgot about that clip. That's,
Yeah, no,
that's
that's-
my favorite clip.
That's one of my favorites right there.
Yeah.
Look at that transition.
I'm pretty sure we're all systems go at this
Wayne loved the Vans in that one.
We've
I
got
know, I
the
know.
starter.
Yep.
I mean, we might as well test it. Go ahead and give it a start.
This sequence.
We are tired. Look.
I know.
Yeah.
Not bad. We're good. Feel it? Yeah. We wired up the lights. We got low beams. We got low beams. Do we have high beams?
Sorry, boys.
I think those are high
Asleep.
beams.
I was asleep at the switch.
Definitely high beams.
I was
Pretty
asleep at
much
the
sorted
switch.
out. We got our battery gauge
I was
working.
supposed to.
High and low beams. Blinkers will be for another. We're not so worried about being straight. So, I mean, we got those new
Another
lights
dimension.
installed. My wiring is going to be cleaned up off camera because everybody's tired.
Yeah, that's true.
We went longer than expected. That's all right. Speaking of longer than expected, we didn't get to Trey's throttle stop, but that's all right because we're not driving anytime soon. Not sure how much we got into it, but we're having another clutch issue. I think at this point we've stretched the springs that are in there.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna look into getting us some heavier springs like we kind of talked about a couple episodes back. I think it's our only option at this point. We're just too much power. So we'll solve that. I'll get these wires cleaned up in the meantime, but she's looking dang good. You know what we're missing now? With something this badass, we should really have a badass logo.
That would be sweet.
We've already got the badass name. TYRANIS is pretty sick.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking is maybe we hit up your guy, Wayne, who's done the logos for your companies.
Yeah, Wayne's the man.
Yeah.
He knocked it
What do
out.
you say we give him a call tomorrow?
Unreal. Wayne is the
Get
man.
something put together.
You know, if he's got the time.
I'll send him
He's
this.
a busy guy.
Right,
get-
he's
he'll
got
get the
time. We'll
timestamp
just,
version.
I kinda
Yeah,
wanna leave
good.
it wide open
We
for
appreciate
him. I
you,
want to
Wayne.
give him the
Seriously, man.
free
Wayne,
reign
you are
to,
the man.
Really,
you
seriously,
know,
like,
Wayne
edit
is
what
the
he
best.
likes. Just kind of tell him what we're working on. We're building these
Nailed it.
giant badass
He's earned
cards.
the ride too. He's got
There's
to get
gotta
on
be a
this one of
T-Rex
these
element.
days.
Big time.
We're too
More
big and
than
bad, and we've got the name
More than-
Tyrannus.
right.
I mean, what are we gonna do? So we'll pitch him that and see what he comes back with.
I think that's perfect. Like, he's a talented guy. Let him run with it.
Yeah, I think that's what we got.
That was the best thing we could have done, honestly. Was let him run with it.
Sounds good to
Because
me,
I
man.
gave him like a
Plan.
general
Is that
overview.
a fetus?
Cool.
There's a little.
No way.
There's a fetus in our chat.
There's a fetus?
Oh
What
God.
a fetus.
Ah.
Trey does smell.
Oh, but. Oh God. Yeah. Yo, you should probably get
Alright.
that accent
Ready to call him up?
Yeah, man.
correct
Let's get
way.
it done.
Okay,
Alright, here we
I've
go.
told you it's Agu.
Hopefully
Alright.
he picks up.
I hate you. Have I told you I hate you? Here's our call of Wayne.
Fetus.
Hey Wayne, good morning. It's Bob and Bobby. How are you?
Hey guys, what's up?
How's it going?
Great.
Hey, you got a couple minutes for us?
Sure, for you? Anytime.
You're the best. So we're working on a new project and hoping you might be up for helping us.
We're gonna need a logo from you, basically.
Yeah, make a long story short, Bobby got laid off a few months ago due to the virus and started working on building some go-karts, and it just evolved from there. He's having a blast.
Yeah, what started as just a cool go-kart project has now sort of flourished into a whole YouTube channel, a bunch of custom stuff. So essentially, we've got this badass cart now sitting in the garage, so we'd really like a logo to put on them that matches the name. The name we've got is TYRANIS Customs.
Tyrannis. It sounds great. I'd love to help you guys. Sounds like a great project, a lot of fun. Love the name.
Sweet.
Love dinosaurs.
Who doesn't?
You caught on.
Friend of dinosaurs is a friend of ours.
And I happen to be a bit of a gearhead myself, so yeah, I'd love to help you guys. Sounds like a great project.
That's perfect, man.
That's perfect.
Great. What's the vibe that you're looking for?
I really want to kind of leave it up to you and let you kind of run wild with it because, I'd like to see what you come up with, but there's going to be some kind of T-Rex element in there. That's pretty clear. We just kind of want it to be bold and badass and scream high performance, something that really kind of embodies all that and looks really cool in the process.
Great. I think I get it. Get to work on it right away. Just give me a couple days and work on some sketches, and I'll get back to you guys.
That's fantastic.
Crushed it.
Perfect, man.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what you
Unreal.
come up with. I mean,
How about a
all
toast?
the logos you've done
A
for
toast?
my dad's companies,
let's
all
let him
those
toast
companies
it out.
turned out pretty successful. So
We're all winners, so the pressure's on, Wayne.
Well, as long as I get a free cart.
All right.
we can negotiate
We gotta do
If you
something.
need someone to turn a wrench, let me know.
There you go.
Sounds
Perfect.
At least a mini bike.
All right, guys.
We get something
Awesome.
done.
Hey, thank you very much. I'm glad we caught you, and I'm glad you got a little window to work on this for us. That's perfect.
Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be
Oh,
fun.
look at it pop
Awesome.
up
Looking
right there
forward to it,
now.
man.
Yep, there's his
All
logo.
right, talk to you soon.
All right,
That's
great.
wild.
See ya.
How about a toast to
To
Wayne?
Wayne.
To
Wayne, thank you so much.
Dude.
And when you look at, well, let's finish our toast, but pause that real quick.
Yeah, thank you so much, Wayne. You nailed it. We couldn't be happier. Bobby couldn't be happier. I think
No.
it's exactly what he was hoping for.
That logo is so cool, man. On like endless levels.
The crazy thing too is we've gone in and we've looked at the vector files because you have Illustrator. He
Oh,
like
yeah.
drew that. Like
What?
that's like, I mean,
Wayne drew that?
he went hard. Like we have the whole vectors, we have everything because it's useful when you go to do like merch and stuff.
Yeah.
Again, let's get those subs up. We'll start dropping merch. 'Cause this
Yeah.
stuff looks so cool. I was gonna wear my Tyrannis shirt, but it doesn't really work with a green screen. So
1,000 subs. We like 100% will drop merch.
100%.
And
it's gonna be
500
epic.
And 500, like, we may or may not have stickers
Already
lying around
printed.
ready.
Yeah.
So 500 subs, and like we will absolutely be sending out stickers. Like, and ROGs, you guys, we love you. We
That's
got
right.
some special stuff lined up for you.
That's
all right,
right. We'll
For
make
sure.
it. We'll make. We know what's good.
we do, man. Our
For sure.
our early subscribers, our OG fan base. To all y'all, we love you guys. All 8 right now. I hope you guys are all having a drink right now. We got up to what, 12?
Have your 12 what?
On the live, you mean?
On live, yeah, we got up to 12 at a certain point.
Which
This is-
we're
and
an
this is
hour and a
long-
half in.
This is a long live stream. So anybody
Yeah.
that's been sticking around since the beginning,
got
I'll
one
give
more.
you serious
Yeah.
props, not crops, props.
Give you crops.
I'll give you corn green beans, tomatoes, cucumbers, all the crops.
All the
Seriously,
crops.
And
I
keep
appreciate y'all.
the comments coming too, because that's fun too, and it's
Yeah.
nice to chat
And
with you
Trey
guys.
does smell, so you got to get that information out there.
We're working on getting the smell through the camera.
Yeah, Smell-O-Vision's on its way.
You know,
that's going to be 2,000 subs.
Yeah, that'll be our next firmware update,
Yeah.
2,000 subs. We'll
I might
get
have
there.
a little spin-off when that happens. you know.
Yeah, he's
I
going to
might start my own channel when we get there.
Yeah, for now they get it all in person.
give me your cup. Let me get you another soda, my friend.
Oh, thank you, my sir.
You guys
Are we
carry-
pausing for
no,
the
you're
team?
carrying the conversation.
No, yeah,
All
we're gonna hang. God, oh,
So, like I said earlier, we're having fun. I hope you guys are. Trey, you having fun,
I'm
man?
having a great time.
Because you're killing it on all the production and the
Well, that's-
soundtracks. It's awesome.
That's why these are so fun to watch back.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I spend a lot of time on all these, and then like, being able to go back and watching it with you guys is awesome. But like seriously, like just having like a few people streaming along with us and hanging out.
Yeah.
9, 10, 12, 15, whatever we hit, man. It is like it's cool to go back and look at this stuff and just look back, because we've come a long ways in a small little amount of time here.
Right. And what I like is, I hope everybody likes, is we're trying to make it informative. Bobby's doing some really cool stuff with the carts and engines and engineering, but making it entertaining too.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy watching it. We're biased as heck, but hopefully you guys are enjoying watching it. It's good content, and
Thank you, sir.
Bobby's got a lot of good engineering things.
I know,
so
man. The
going on.
info is just
Yeah.
they're getting so densely packed.
You sent me to school, man. I gotta make it worth it for you.
Well, that's true. That's true.
That is true.
So.
Appreciate you, man. Trey's really taking it to the next level on this content. Like
Trey smells merch at 2K.
Trey smells.
Yeah, but look at that last comment, man.
I
That's pretty
know.
cool. I don't know if you want to read that out, but
Yeah, that's Fetus right there.
yeah.
That is that's Steve Fetus. I love you, dude, but I'm always gonna call you Fetus.
But you got to read that out loud.
Sickest content for real. You guys are killing it. The videos are so dope.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
man.
You are so dope. Another New Jersey fella right there.
Yep.
That's right.
And
Born and bred.
Brittany chimed in too.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Hey.
Brett.
She's all about it. Should we get into the next one? What are
Yeah,
we on now?
yeah,
This
let's-
is episode 7. All of a sudden, we're cranking
Oh
up.
wow.
I think we're looking good. Lights are all on.
How's my mic? Check. How those levels look.
Another solid intro.
This is an epic.
All your idea, this one.
We're all good? Ready?
I will take it.
Yo, can you just grab that lens cap off of there real quick?
Yeah, I got you. Hold on, dude. This isn't a lens cap. That's our new air filter. We're doing performance mods today. We've got our performance mods to do, our air filter and upjet that carb. We've got our torque converter to rebuild with heavier springs and lighter rollers. We've got the light bar to test, and what else is there?
The foam for the roll cage.
That took so many tries.
All right, so before we get into the go fast parts, let's talk about some of the stuff that we already did. First
Like
and
I said,
foremost,
hopefully
maybe
you're
the most
enjoying the
obvious thing. We went
entertainment.
ahead and added a bunch of lights in the shop. Are you happy, Trey? You got better light now?
I'm very happy. Really happy. You did good. You did good today.
Yeah, quite a few mounted
that was the
around in the
first-
places
first
we always
peek
like
from
to
behind
have
the
them.
gimbal.
Honestly, I got to give some credit. Big Bob, for my entire life, has been a fanatic, if you will, of good lighting.
True. Oh,
So-
not about it.
Man, I
We're
feel
in much
so
better
hurt.
shape now, and that
Yeah?
should
No, I
help us
just-
out going forwards. I went
Yeah.
ahead and
That's
we
why
got
we-
our whole little trail computer hooked up. That's going to be good to go now. In order to do that, I had to also drop the axle off this thing entirely because I needed to get to the brake disc back here. You can see this little bolt that's going through there. That's actually got a magnet on it, and every time it passes this sensor here, it
I love those
registers
trail tech,
1 RPM of the
computers
wheels.
so
You
much.
put in
I
your
know.
wheel
That is a
circumference,
sponsorship
and
I
it
would
calculates our
love
speed that
to
way.
get
So that's
because I
kind
just
of
think
what we
they're
have
so
to test
cool. I
out
wanna
today
use
to
them on
make sure it's
literally
operating
everything.
right, and I can make
When
some
you do mini
adjustments.
bikes,
While I was
all
at
that,
it,
like it would be so
we were
sick. You'll
dropping
have
the
a
axle, so I
speedometer
put
right
in
there. That's
a
wild.
brake
Like,
drum
nobody
on
has
this
that.
side. We've got our disc for our actual braking, and then we've got a brake drum over here, which we're eventually going to have hooked up to an emergency brake, which we mounted up front.
Oh, here, Trey. Right, here's our new
Which has since been completely replaced.
It's not fully bolted in, but you get the idea. That's going to be great. Parking on a hill or something like that, this thing doesn't roll away on us. And then the last thing that I did that's worth mentioning is We're actually still running the governor in this 420. I know some of you probably don't like the sound of that, but I've got solid reasons. Because this is an off-road cart, having the governor in there is kind of nice because as we hit hills or we're trying to crawl along, it's going to help us keep in that high torque RPM range. We're not really going for top-end speed on these as much as, you know, really good all-terrain performance. What ended up happening is, after episode 5, torque converter blew up on us again. I limped this thing home. Full throttle all the way, and the thing was doing about half of our normal top speed. What was really happening is the torque converter was not opening up all the way. Thus, I had to put more RPMs into it to keep us going at a reasonable speed. And so the torque converter was fighting the governor springs all the way home for like 2 miles. And I ended up stretching out those governor springs. So we got the thing back home, and it would immediately stall every time you try to get on the gas. Right here, this is the main one you gotta watch out for. If that gets stretched out, the governor's not able to do its job correctly. You gotta keep an eye on that. So always good idea, if you're gonna run your governor still, have a couple of these extra in your kit when you go out there
happening
off-road
is the main reason why I
it's
was
no
like,
fun
we gotta
to
stick the
without
governor
it.
out on the road.
Other than that, man, I think first things
So I
first, let's
can't-
tackle this airbox.
that doesn't
I don't know
work.
about you,
Like, I
Big Bob,
can't
but I'm
have
sick of
it.
looking at this thing.
It was such a huge issue.
The rest of this cart looks so
How much of a
cool.
benefit
Trey's
you
B-roll
actually
shows
get
that
from the
quite
governor,
nicely,
not that
but
much.
this has got to go. So let's pop this
I mean,
thing
I guess
off
we'll have to see.
and
We have the
gussy
red
this
car,
thing
we
up a
can do
little
a
bit
drag
and make some
race.
power in the meantime.
Yeah.
So
I'm down.
sick.
I'm down.
Oh my god, I'm so stoked to race these
Actually,
things.
Plus, we got that track to work on.
I'm heavy. I'm
dude.
heavier.
Dumb stoked.
Could be trouble.
Yeah, we got maybe have better traction. Who knows? We'll have to see.
True.
Traction. Oh, they haven't even seen the track yet.
There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to miss this.
We can't bleep anything.
Okay, so
Yes. Oh my god,
10 millimeter
exceptional.
up top here.
That was all. That I can't take credit
Pop
for that
bad
sound
boy
effect.
out.
See,
I
Miles?
gave
Two
you.
more
That was
10
completely
mils.
you. Literally, I sent the draft and you were like,
You gotta be
dude,
kind of careful.
I need a
because
cat
this
screeching
box is actually
glass
what's
breaking
holding
sound
the
effect right there.
Choke and
Katie,
fuel
thank
levers
you
on.
so much
can
for
see.
watching, Katie. We appreciate you. So cool. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for supporting us. Can we get a cheers to
Cheers to
Okay.
Katie.
Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
Here we go.
Hey,
Our frontline medical workers
Careful,
out in
Wins.
the
Oh, yeah.
surgery center. So
yeah,
sure.
necessary people to have on staff here.
100%.
yeah, especially if I'm
To the
driving.
graveyard. We're here for
Yeah.
performance, not to save the earth. I didn't even look at this yet. It's
Appreciate you,
matte
Katie.
black.
Yeah.
That's gonna give something for our air filter to actually grab onto. This right here is the hold down for the actual choke lever.
A1
Go right
sound
up on
effects.
top. We're gonna say
Take that any day.
3 millimeter.
It's not 3 millimeter.
Damn you! I just stripped that out. Maybe this is just the wrong size. Can you cut that to make it look like I had the right size the first time? No.
You-
Good, Trey. Good.
I couldn't help
You
it.
gotta push back once
I
in a
couldn't
while.
help it.
I'm
You gotta
so-
keep Bobby grounded.
Filter.
Oh, and it with the A1 sound effects. That's right.
Oh, that looks awesome.
I didn't know
So
what you were
since we're going to
talking
be
about.
flowing more
Oh.
air now, we're also going to need to throw in some new jets for the carburetor. So we'll drop that bowl
Those
down
jets,
and
dude.
get these replaced.
They literally
So
sent
the
us the
10 mil down
wrong
here-
jets.
Ooh,
Maybe it's
grabbing
my
like a
fault.
solo
Like maybe
cup
there
or
was an
something.
option to change them, but those are smaller than stock jets. Hey, there's a solo. Can we get a? Oh, we'll wait on the cheers.
This was
Whoa. Yeah, it just ate through the solo cup. So quick PSA, don't use a solo cup. Apparently that is not fuel safe.
No.
Nope.
Sorry, environment. Yo, what are you doing?
We're out of Red Bull.
Cheers to the Red Bull.
These new jets are going to allow us to push more fuel through to compensate for having
that.
more
That was
coming in the
funny.
intake.
Steven, we
That
got
was
you,
funny.
man.
By the exhaust at this
Listen,
point,
we're on
but to
Instagram,
rebuild a whole new
TYRANIS
exhaust sort of
Customs,
manifold
one
for this
word,
thing is gonna be
straight
a
through.
journey in and of itself.
Yeah.
Hit me up. Hit
Figured
me with a
just do
DM
some
if you got a question, man.
fun
I'll try and get
stuff
to you.
today.
He just upgraded his intake on his new truck. It's
Oh, is this one of your buddies?
that's young fetus.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
Jets are
Yeah,
in.
dude.
I was looking for fetus.
He just I know. Me too.
You want a shot of this?
Okay.
Me and Trey will stay back
yeah,
there.
no,
You
he
jump
put
in
a sick
and,
intake on his truck. He
start
called
it
me
up.
the other day while I was shooting, so
What kind
I
of
could
truck?
listen to it.
Do you know?
It's Dodge
Yep.
Ram. You got a Ram? I think you got a Ram.
I dig it.
Yeah, it's loud as
Fetus, tell us what kind of truck you got, buddy. I gotta know now.
Yeah.
Give it a
Shout out
little
to Chuck. You look so happy.
All right, kill it.
You and your mustache look so happy.
I
to hear
just
that thing
love
going.
intake noise, dude.
Oh yeah. I've got the crazy red pre-filter to put on here too. I gotta oil it up, but for now we'll just run it dry. We're not getting super dusty.
I oiled it literally just before rolling.
I can't wait anymore. I was gonna do the foam first, but let's push this thing out and drop it. I gotta hear it.
Rolled it.
He said, might as well change my profile name.
Yeah, you should, dude.
I've been waiting for you to do that your whole life, Fifi.
Since you were a fetus. Look at those harnesses, dog.
Get ready. Maybe it needs to warm up.
You've seen that before.
That's a t-shirt.
It needs to warm up.
That's a
It needs to
t-shirt.
warm up.
That could be a t-shirt.
That one has to be a t-shirt.
Yeah. The most, well, desperate one was out.
Yep.
Well, that's it.
That's coming.
That's the second instance of it having to warm up.
Right.
You know,
So
that's
the-
like a. It's a consistent thing that happens.
Ram Bighorn Black Edition. Let's go.
That's what I'm saying.
More power, baby. I love me some donut, man. That's another huge inspiration to the channel in low-key ways.
Facts.
More power, baby.
Donut has been a huge source of like whoa factor. Like, how do you put sick stuff into videos?
Yeah. Look at my face.
Yeah, you weren't happy.
Not thrilled with that. All right.
But y'all were like
So-
that, like really up.
Yeah,
like,
you were
upset.
right.
I
It's
was.
hesitating and it's acting real weird.
I
Oh,
was
it,
kinda
it
feel
was
like the
acting
governor's
real
fighting us
weird.
again. Like I said, I've got my reasons for wanting to keep it, but if it keeps getting in
And
our
there are
way,
times where
I'm
things go
pulling it out.
south,
Before we do
like when we're
that,
shooting this stuff, and like
I'm gonna
things
stand back
really
here while
don't
you
go
drive
well.
it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off and I'm gonna watch the.
And it's really a matter of just like, all right, like
sputtering.
how much do I keep shooting, and like
is,
usually
we
it's
said,
like
we kind of put off
most of
the
it.
exhaust until
But things
a
go
later
wrong,
date,
and you just
because
gotta push
that's gonna
through
be
it-
sort of
through it
a
like
big
this.
project. But now we've got way more air coming in with this less restrictive intake. We've got more gas going through with the bigger jets that we put in. It could be that part of the issue is just we're getting tons of back
It's so
pressure
funny watching this. I have not seen this back.
exhaust. Honestly, the neighbors aren't outside, are they? You want to just put the straight pipe on and see if it's any better?
Me and him talked about that.
That was good.
For a little
You
bit.
guys nailed it. You nailed it.
You kicked the
How'd I do?
mouse.
Okay. Okay, sorry. That's funny.
Oh, Jesus. Whatever, we're gonna run half of a exhaust gasket, that's fine. This is all
That's
just for
fine.
testing purposes anyways. Hold on, there's something stopping me from putting this all the way down. Wow. All right, maybe it's, no, it's the actual, yeah, it's these pins. Those are actually too long. What did they expect us to do? I thought this was warped, but it's pretty thick. It's a thick piece of metal. But what it really is, we're bonking right into the stud. You know what? I actually bought just a flange to potentially just weld up my own exhaust. But for now, let's just sandwich the flange in there. At least maybe we'll get a baseline for less restriction.
That's real. That's science.
Yeah.
That's part of the baseline.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do.
What's Britt saying?
I don't
Do you
like
know?
this, but we're gonna run this thing with half an exhaust gasket, a extra exhaust flange as a spacer, only one of the nuts tightened down. We're just gonna see. Hopefully it surges less. For now, let's just get some kind of a test.
We're just gonna see.
Look at that thing.
You got your earplugs in, Trey?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're gonna.
I
need
always
them.
have
Go ahead
earplugs
and
on
start
me
it up.
for, you know, when you guys decide to do crap like this.
Look at this thing.
Straight pipe.
Wow.
Straight
Big
pipe.
lumpy. Come around the back.
Lumpy, dude.
Lumpy, dude.
All right, go ahead and try it.
Audio's clicking out.
Not happy.
It sounded like an AK-47, dude.
Oh,
That's not what we want. Someone's gonna call the cops.
Brittany was listening Brittany was literally
Yeah.
at her window so
Kill it,
confused.
kill it.
She thought it was shots fired.
Yeah. She was worried.
Yeah.
She said, "Can't trust the donuts."
Ultimately, it idles fine. There's no issues at idle, and it's idling perfectly. If the jets were a big problem, we'd probably notice it a little bit more at idle. Because basically what the governor
idle jet
does
was fine. It was
is
just the main jet
tries
was
to
the
like
issue.
control the throttle without you. And so it might be just backing it off every time it tries to go based on engine RPM. I don't want to stretch the governor spring more than we need to if that's going to be a problem. So I'd rather just limp it into the shop. Okay. And then the foam will be satisfying.
Yeah. Less technical.
One more, start me up. She's not happy, let's just push it in.
Tough.
Yep.
Tough break.
That's what it comes to sometimes.
Perplexed.
All right, so that didn't go as planned, but that's how it goes sometimes, I suppose. I kind of just assumed that this kit that we bought was going to be pretty plug and play, and that we were going to be able to just kind of attach our new parts and send it and have no issues, but maybe they intended for us to take that governor out. We haven't done that yet. So I've got some more research to do, clearly. That's all right. Things that we can still do today, even though we're not going to be able to get out there and drive, is pop open a torque converter and show the new springs and rollers that we got. We actually got 2 sets of those springs and rollers, and so I had already rebuilt one torque converter that we had. I just kind of wanted to test it first, like I probably should have done with all this stuff. But before we even go there, do you want to put the foam on? I want to do something nice and easy and satisfying.
The foam was easy.
Oh yeah, I like
and
this.
it was satisfying.
It really was. And we needed it at that moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
What's up?
I just got a text from Wayne.
The Wayne?
Wayne, he says he's got a sneak peek.
For the logo? No way.
That was so exciting.
Yeah, that was
Attachment
crazy.
here. Hold on. Let's open it up.
Open it up.
His sneak peek was cool.
Oh. Wow, dude.
Just the eye.
Oh,
Just the
I
eye.
knew we had the right guy. How does that look on camera, Trey?
I have
Does it-
not
does it
seen that
translate?
since we
Oh,
put this
he's
out.
What do you think, Bobby D? Is that
Oh, I'm hyped.
what you had in
Wow.
mind?
Yes, dude. Did he give us a timeline on when he thinks it's going to be done?
He said, sneak peek, have something for you guys next week.
Oh, that eye, dude.
I know.
So maybe we'll have a reveal, episode 8.
That eye is so satisfying.
I've
It
been
really
ready.
is.
We had every intention to reveal that episode 8.
We did. We were gonna.
I was really excited, if you couldn't tell from the intro, about those performance mods. So, like I said, if anybody in the comments knows more than me about these Stage 1 kits for the Predator 420, let me know, because I'm not even sure that it's necessary. The governor, that's the issue, but it would make sense. Ooh, I want to do a real quick test of our electrical system. All right, turn on the low beams. Here's our amp meter, right? I have this run in line with our circuit for the lights, and when you turn those on, go ahead, it's gonna read out how many amps we're drawing, and so it looks like almost 2 amps. Now flip it over to the high beams. What do we got?
4.3.
That's less than I expected,
Still
honestly, but it is
surprises me.
draining our batteries. So, full disclosure, the charging coil kit that I got from eBay is just that, an eBay charging coil kit. It didn't give me any kind of specs on what kind of amperage to expect. I was just hoping that, you know, we'd kind of double where we were at. It's probably closer to 2 amps that we're getting total. I think I can just get some higher amperage charging coils, and maybe we can just solve that problem outright. So I'm not too worried about that. That's actually good news. I'll put this back together. Let's talk about a quick look at the torque converter stuff, because we're not going to get out there driving, unfortunately. That's what happens, you know? High hopes. We always have high hopes. That we're never short on. Optimism is always here.
True.
All right, we're back at the welding table. If you want to see an in-depth
This was all I hated. I was
disassembly and
so thrown
reassembly,
off by this
go check out
point 'cause,
episode
like, the
4.
whole episode had
Put a
gone to
little,
shit kind of on us.
We were all
the
thrown off.
stock
We didn't know how to handle an
stall
episode.
speed
going shit
on
us.
these particular 40 series torque converters. is
Little did we
1600
know.
RPM.
Yeah, I know.
And with our giant tires, the
But
amount
we
of torque
filmed
that
this
was
and I could not
required
even remember by the
of the
end of it
engine
how it
was
went.
more
I
than
was
it
gonna
could
be
produce
doing
at
it. I did it, and I
1600
was like,
RPM, and
okay,
we kept
good.
stalling. And when we were up at high speeds going around out in the state forest and stuff,
I
we
like
would
to go.
find that the rollers would actually
I mean, actually,
either
I'm
get
not-
jammed up like they did in
Let's
episode 4, and we
Yeah,
fixed
good.
that. I actually had
What
one
time was that
instance
on, right?
where I opened the torque converter up and
Sorry, it's
the
elbow in your face.
rollers were completely out of the tracks and shifted over like this, and all the springs had been bent out of shape, and that's the failure where we ended up overextending our governor springs and having to replace that. The governor may be an issue after all anyways, just in general with this new kit, but that aside, I reached out to Go Power Sports. They were kind enough to send us upgraded springs
gotta
and
send this
rollers. So
video.
these are the stock ones. And here is the upgraded
that?
stall
You have to send
kit.
Go
These
Power
are
Sports.
Comet
Yes.
parts, Comet
Yeah.
internals.
Time to
So
test
these
it
should
all.
be really
I
high
know.
quality.
What
They
number
look
is
about the
this?
same, but these red springs
This is 7.
are
Okay,
their
okay,
heaviest springs. So these little guys aren't that strong. These are a lot stiffer. So that, in conjunction with these new rollers that they also sent out, the difference here is that, as you can see, these rollers have less material to them than the stock ones, and thus actually have less mass. Centrifugal force is what drives these torque converters and how they operate. Basically, the higher you spin them, that centrifugal force builds in the rollers, and it's held in by the springs, and when it gets to a certain RPM, the springs and rollers fly out and extend your inner bell, engaging the belt, and so on, right? So by going with heavier springs, it makes it a little bit harder for those rollers to come sliding out. And then also by going with lighter rollers, it makes it even just a little bit more difficult for them to spin out. That has two effects for us, basically. The first being the torque converter is no longer going to engage at 1600 RPM. It's going to wait until we get to 2600 RPM, which puts us closer to peak torque, which is going to be really useful for getting these monster tires rolling, especially from a stop. The other thing that's going to be nice about this is that by using these stronger, stiffer springs and these lighter rollers, the torque converter is now going to respond to drastic changes in
This is what I was
speed
talking
a lot
about.
better. So before,
Do you
you
get
get it
shout
way
out
up to
to Go
speed,
Power
they'd be
Sports
spinning,
in this
spinning,
one?
Yeah, we
spinning.
did.
We
Yeah,
go to
okay,
slow
good.
down.
Couple
It
times.
takes
Yeah.
longer for the springs and rollers to settle because they're flung out so far, versus with these guys, because they're lighter, they're going to want to come back in faster. That's the
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
crude,
you gotta maybe modify this
non-scientific
and send it to
explanation.
them.
But
I'm gonna send him a timestamp.
without
for it,
further
so-
ado,
Okay.
let's go ahead and swap these out.
Right away.
So this is what you get in the kit
Gotcha.
from Go Power Sports. And what you got to do is swap over these little internal pins. Side of each of these is one of these, get back here, one of these little pins, right? So I'm going to take these and reuse them, put them in the middle of our new
You got
rollers,
the little TYRANIS
and
head down there. in
go
the
ahead and
corner.
attach our
It's
springs.
been in Trey's lap.
I
all
didn't
night.
know that till he got
There we
up,
go.
and then I saw
So,
it, and I'm like,
same sort of
is
thing.
that the green?
You can see this is still lubed up pretty good from the last time that we rebuilt this, so I'm not going to worry too much about it.
For me, don't forget to turn your mic back on. You got it.
So there you go. I can feel right away, these are way tighter, a little more rounded, and just feel kind of higher quality than the stock internals. So
we were just laughing.
I'm pretty
You had
happy
the
with
little
this.
TYRANIS
Again, we can just
logo
put this
in your
all back
lap over
together.
there.
Again,
Yeah.
episode 4 is
Yeah,
where
the
we
whole
really go
time.
through all that.
He's hanging out
but
with me.
That's right.
Yeah,
Before we
man.
did all our
Supporting the
performance
logo,
mods, like I
repping.
had said, we had
You're repping.
actually rebuilt one of
He
these
used to wear his shirt and he
preemptively,
had the
and
logo
that
on
is
it.
what was
Right.
on there when we were riding around today and before, and it puts us kind of right where we want to be. So very happy with the torque converter kit. Hopefully no more torque converter issues. We're going to do some more extensive testing once we get this thing running right again. But that's going to be a big upgrade. Thank you again to Go Power Sports for sending those out. I was actually really pleased to see that even though it stalls up at 2600 RPM, it still crawls pretty good. It doesn't just jump into gear and want to tear off like I kind of expected it might. So
It
pretty
does
happy
still
with
cross
that. And we can always
cylinders.
play around with it too if we
big
feel like
utility.
if we
It goes
swap
so
out
well through
the
all the
high tension springs
bumps and
with
rocks
these
and
stock
roots we
rollers,
gotta go over.
we'll get
It's a
probably
big-
close
Bobby,
to
while
maybe
you were away,
2,000
said
RPM for our
He wants
stall.
to send some
So,
of this to Go
a lot of
Power Sports.
adjustability
This
there.
video
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun to play with,
So,
but hopefully that solves our issues with the
It's a nice shout out
rollers
to them, and it's
leaving
real.
their chip
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah, they
All right,
really
so
helped us
we'll
out.
just close this bad boy up.
And we were having some issues, and they got
We
got
didn't-
down and dirty with it and got us the parts we needed.
We didn't know if it was going to
And there we go.
literally be a
We're back together.
showstopper.
I don't know. What do you
on
think,
these
Trey?
carts. So
We're ready to wrap this one up. We've gone pretty far off the rails today. I expect to be driving and testing out the speedometer right now. So,
Let's get Big Bob back in here.
all right, let's do it.
Take 2.
All right, take 2.
yeah.
Trey didn't have that camera on last time, so we're gonna do this
Oh,
one
I
more
forgot
time.
about that.
That's all right. We forgive you. Today was a mixed bag. We had some successes. We had some failures. Our new lighting setup is fantastic. Thanks for your help on that, Trey.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys want to see more on that, we'll put a link right up here for you guys to check out the vlog that we shot on the sort of behind the scenes on us setting up all the lighting on that. You'll also get to see all the gear that we use to shoot these TYRANIS videos. So that's pretty cool. That's on Trey's channel.
You back in?
Take a link over to that. So lighting went good.
All right,
We
I'll be
That's
right,
our-
I'll be right
got
back.
that's
to
our
boys.
go
sick
through our
setup.
torque converter and kind of explain that and the differences. Thank you again to Go Power
BRB.
Sports for hooking us up on that. That solves all of our torque converter issues, at
Big
least for the
Robert.
time being. We're going to test it thoroughly, but I'm pretty
got it under
optimistic
control.
about that. We
As per
sorted
usual.
out, well, not sorted out, but we
As
at least
per usual.
identified the issues we were having with the electrical system. We're only drawing 4 amps.
That was a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting to ideally put out closer to 10 amps. So
I think he thinks he's still
I think
mic'd.
there's
He shut
coils
off the
that'll do
mic
it.
and immediately
It's just
forgot
gonna be a
he
matter
shut
of
off
doing
the
a little
mic.
bit better
It's great.
research.
I
The ones that I
love it.
bought are from eBay and didn't really have any good specs on them, so we were kind of just sending it and figured we'd see how it works, but that's all right. In addition to that,
Shout out to the
we
7
got our
viewers still in the
speedometer
chat right now, dude.
Yeah,
on there.
appreciate y'all.
And though we didn't really get to
I knew
do
this
a
was gonna
great
be a
test
long
of it, it is
stream.
operational.
Yeah.
We know
And
that.
I was like,
We
I don't know
rolled
how many people
We
are gonna
did. We
stick
rolled
around. I
it,
figured we'd have a
and
couple,
we did
but
some
dude,
driving around
y'all been
before
showing
we
out
did
for
our
TYRANIS. I
performance
appreciate you.
mods.
Yeah, we
and
appreciate it all.
Why are you laughing?
They didn't perform.
No,
Yeah, our
no,
performance
they
parts
didn't. I mean, that's just a stage 1 kit that we
Didn't-
got
it
online
didn't go
for this
great.
Predator.
great.
I just assumed that it was going to just kind of work out of the box. My best guess at this point is that we still have the governor installed, and that's what's kind of holding us back. The governor is tuned very specifically for the
Wasn't the
stock
governor.
engine, and
We just had the wrong size
we are
jets.
no longer stock.
annoying
So
for assuming
I could be
the
wrong.
right things
We never claimed to be professionals. We're learning this stuff as we go. First time modding these Predators, so
I ended up just
anybody's got any
drilling
info on
Drill
that,
bits.
drop something in the comments.
Yeah,
Let
we'll
us
put
know
more
what we're doing
gas through.
wrong.
Yeah, we got it.
Look at
We
the
got
logo
it.
from Wayne.
Yes,
So
that was cool.
that's so cool.
I'm excited about that. That's gonna be awesome. And he said, what, like a week? We might have it for next episode.
Yeah.
That would be big. That's really good.
Installed the foam on the roll cage.
Yeah.
That
We
looks
did have it
sweet.
for the next
Yeah,
episode.
no, that's a big upgrade. Our harnesses
Didn't
keep
get
us
to
in
quite
pretty
the-
good.
Yeah.
So
Show it off.
Foam just looks good.
for pedestrians,
Yeah.
things like that, collateral damage, just in case, definitely beefs the card up, and it really accentuates sort of the lines on the body lines on the side that we spent so much time perfecting. So
The roll cage.
yeah, the powder coat is going to be crazy. We'll get a nice little metal flake in there, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's going to be really cool. We put the e-brake in.
We did the e-brake, yes.
Yeah, so
That looks good.
yeah, it's mounted. We're waiting on a brake cable because the ones that I had were honestly too beefy for our application, which is kind of how we roll, but bit us that time. But those are actually already on order. I got those ordered last night. So we'll have a nice e-brake. We can park the thing without it rolling away on us.
It's gonna be nasty. I haven't really set it up yet, but
else?
it's all right
Let
there.
me check my list.
They don't even know about the new brakes yet.
No, they don't. But they know about Big Bob's muscles.
Again, things didn't go
There's the
according
silver
to plan today,
fox.
but I'll take
Take a
it.
break for one
We'll keep
second.
the tray for some
and
B-roll.
he's showing the guns.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Perfect.
Yeah, man.
These are so epic.
That's some freaking B-roll, huh? Well, the car, everything was all finally starting to just look so cool on this car.
That's the old exhaust still.
Wow.
The foam for the roll cage.
Damn, this is so hard.
The foam for the roll cage. That's not going to work.
No.
You wanted to tackle the foam for the roll cage.
Young Fifi.
And take 300.
Baby young Fifi.
The foam for the roll cage.
I love this. This is so funny.
Get it. You're never gonna get it.
Beat you with it.
No way.
I know.
Oh, that's so incredible.
We'll wait.
It's so incredible.
We'll wait for Big Bob's return.
We need to wait for Big Bob's return.
No. We just finished episode 7. We're going into episode 8, and I thought it would be a disservice to go into 8 without you. What's next to come? Next to come, young Fifi,
Young Fifi.
is we've got a second go-kart that we've been working on that we've had basically one real episode out on, which will be episode 10, which you'll see today. And we're getting that thing up to snuff and getting that running. That's going to be sort of a lower, wider, drift, dirt track, thank you, oriented build. So we've got that coming. And then, in the midst of working on both of these go-karts, we're going to start working on some mini bikes as well. So we're going to dip our hands into the two-wheel lifestyle.
TYRANIS mini bikes.
Precisely. We're going to go custom all the way from the ground up, which is going to be a lot of fun. Everything we've done so far has been kind of resto mod. And so, yeah, those are going to be really fun. I mean, we'll be running into the winter, so maybe we'll put a snowmobile track on one, do a little tracked mini bike.
Yeah.
Little snow mini
Nice,
bike,
nice,
dude.
Nice.
And then another big thing that we've got on the horizon at some point is we really want to do a more street-oriented kart, specifically designed for really cool filming. Maybe put a boom arm on it, throw a camera out there, get you in that bad boy, get some chase shots.
Yeah, that's gonna
some Top Gear style.
That's like some crazy talk. Like we're gonna have to engineer that one.
That's gonna be a wild one.
That is like a next level type of thing. And if we could,
I've not seen anybody do that. Truthfully, I've never seen a dedicated film cart.
I've never seen anything like it takes a lot to build out a car.
Yeah.
Like that. Like it takes a lot. So, but I think it could actually be easier with a go-kart.
Yeah.
With the parameters that we're kind of given, just from it being like smaller and more person-sized. Anyway.
And we've got your gimbal already, so if we can mount the gimbal to the end of some kind of boom arm, counterweight it, and if we're not worried about crazy bumps and crazy, off-road suspension and needing to deal with all that, if all we got to do is be like, get some oh man.
The answer, young Fifi,
is a lot.
Is a lot.
A lot's on its way.
Yeah.
We got projects on deck.
Projects on projects.
Some wild ideas, like to say the least. Like it's hard to even talk about all the stuff that just comes into our brains and onto like our, just the idea pages. Like we have a lot of them.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So stick around, man. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming.
Yeah.
So Brittany made a comment that there's been a lot of foreshadowing. So
yeah, there has. I mean,
it's about to come to fruition.
Well,
I don't know if that's the right word, but
because there was so much that happened that like we did so many things right and like we knew all along how possible it was for things to go wrong, like they do in this episode.
True. Episode 8's a big one.
And you guys talk about it, or we talk about it in 8, but 8 started so good.
Yeah, you'll get to see that.
It really did. So I won't jump ahead.
This episode really, like, this was like a lot. Like, this was a big, like, from the day it happened to the day that the episode came out, that was like a very long stretch of time, just because it took so much to
process it, to figure out what we were gonna do with it. Because
if anybody doesn't already know, this next episode is where we, as you can see, crashed the cart.
Yep, off a cliff.
Rolled it off a cliff, and ended up in the ER.
Yeah. That was me.
And it was, like, it's easy to see these videos and, kind of let it be just a video in time. But, like, this stuff, like, that was real. Like, that was all really real. Like, that really happened. And we were just on a regular shoot day.
On a regular shoot day where everything was going perfect, including the sun was at the golden hour. Right? At that point, you guys were excited
I know, we were hustling to get that last shot.
We were so stoked. It was perfect. Like, everything about that day was genuinely, and I feel like I'm saying it exactly like I did in the video, because it was like, that's exactly how we wanted everything to happen. We did not miss a beat until that shot, which went very much off the rails.
Right. Let's not make them wait anymore. Should we get into
well,
it? We gotta
I do want to say my mom just hopped in.
No way.
Mama.
The original.
Shout out.
One of 3 Bobby Davises.
1,
2,
3.
Well, I'd probably be 3.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there are now 3 Bobby Davises in this live stream right now. So
we appreciate you coming in.
That's
coming
awesome.
and hanging out with us. Can we
Awesome.
Good to see you in here, Mama.
To the Bobby Davises.
To Bobby Davis,
Cheers
the
to
woman.
all the Bobby Davises.
That's right.
Oh man. But another support team member that, like, literally, like, we couldn't do this stuff. After the last shoot, I was starving. I didn't even know what to do, and I just ran over to Mama's house and grabbed a sandwich. And
There
so
you go.
we got our support teams that make all this happen.
It's awesome.
That's right. Let's get into it. For the only she.
Episode 8, baby.
We sent it a little too hard.
So, this episode, as you probably know by now, did not go as planned. Not quite. No. Things kind of went a little sideways on us. About 360 degrees sideways.
I recorded that the other day and I
wanted to
cried.
do and everything we wanted to shoot went exactly how it should have that day up until that point. We need to give this justice, so we're going to show you guys the full episode and exactly how it all went down. Just to let you know, he's okay. Everything works on your body and the cart. Yeah, we got lucky. We're always learning, man. Making strides, so let's get into this episode, huh? Yeah, let's do it. All right.
This is so weird to watch this one back. This is the only one that, like, gives me a weird feeling.
Poppin', homie.
It's good, bro.
I haven't seen you all week.
I know, man. No days off here.
It's been a busy week for me, man. I had quite a few things to go through.
Like, we
If you
were
remember
just
from last time,
filming, we had no idea.
Not in very good shape by the end of that episode. Someone's gonna call the cops. But
Erica loves your
we got our logo in.
here.
Oh, yeah? No, good. Good.
Snap.
We're saving that for later, though.
So you put in some work on it. Is she doing okay? Is she back?
Wop.
Oh, she's back, baby.
I was moving pretty fast, too.
You were cooking. You were cooking.
We cut the take where you almost rolled it making that
Yeah,
corner.
surprise, surprise, it works. In order to
Yeah.
diagnose the issues we were having last time, I actually mounted a GoPro in the engine bay, looking down at the throttle linkage and how the governors all connected.
This is one of the
Like we
coolest
said last
GoPro
time,
shots
I was
you ever got.
pretty confident
so? You like
that
that?
the governor was not happy with our new performance mods.
Well, just because it was a really
And
functional way to figure
I
out
was
what was
wrong.
going on.
Because I had that camera back there, I was able to look and watch my throttle inputs. The way the governor works is it tries to sort of maintain your throttle position wherever you
Young
set it.
PP,
And
yeah,
I
buddy,
would
you'll
get to a
get it.
certain point,
Especially after watching
and
this
the
one.
governor would actually go wide open throttle. I was expecting the governor was actually slamming the throttle back down and stalling it that way. The jet that we got was actually smaller than the stock one, and what we were expecting was a much larger jet so that we could push more fuel through, but we were pushing less fuel, more air, and starving the engine of fuel. Didn't have to do with the back pressure from the exhaust, didn't have to do with the governor. It was literally just that jet. So I went out to Harbor Freight, got some little micro drills, drilled that jet back out to a larger size, and now we're pushing mucho fuel. Other thing that I did was, you remember how floppy those pedals were? Mr. Leadfoot,
completely
much more solid now. And most importantly, our throttle is now limited by this spring back here, whereas before, the spring didn't have a chance to fully extend before we got to full throttle. I've kind of tuned it so that now you get to full throttle. The spring compresses and stops you from pushing the pedal any further, and it's not going to yank our throttle cable out anymore. So no more tray throttle.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, buddy, anything for you. Now, my favorite part, let's bring it around back here. We got ourselves a real exhaust now. Cut up that straight pipe header from last time. No more machine gun noises. I cut that straight pipe, welded in a couple sections, got this thing all set up, and now she freaking purrs, man. Thing sounds like a street bike. It's a little sideways, but yeah. Let's just get a quick little what it used to sound like in episode 7. And now, episode 8.
Listen to that thing play. Sounds like a street bike. Oh.
Yeah, buddy. And that's still with our decibel killer in there. Yeah, man. It's tuned up pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe we could go up another jet size, but for now, we're gonna leave it as is. Once I get some new plugs, see if we're running lean or rich.
When I pulled the decibel killer out today, it was pretty gnarly in there, so I think it
Big boy cart, that's right, man.
Runs like one and it sounds like one.
And it looks like one.
It's not a Yerf dog anymore.
No, no sir. This is a TYRANIS custom.
Yes, sir.
Well, we don't have any work to do today. I'm thinking we just do another little send video. What do you think?
Now we're talking.
Little send video.
I'll let you transition out however you want, Trevor.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
This is the Jeep.
I was sending this pretty good on the pavement.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you guys know.
Ripping. No, I know.
I was ripping.
It's clear. Those flybys are no
Yeah, I
jokes.
wanted it to look sick. Love the soundtrack.
Yeah. It's gonna rain.
Yeah.
Chaos is coming. What? Yeah. Look at
Oh yeah, I was locked in too.
Yeah.
Light.
That one killed.
Yeah, I came in pretty tight for the Jeep.
Like that.
Did you plan that, or did Trey just nail
No, I
that?
directed that.
That was like, yeah, that was totally your call.
Let's go.
I love it.
I love going through the woods.
Oh yeah. Every time that I give you one of those, though, you execute exactly how I imagine every time, and that's like the coolest shit. That's why it's so fun.
Look
Yeah.
at this. I just love these guys.
Yeah, these are really fun. It's a little darker in the woods than
It
you
would have been cool
expected,
to
but
throw the lights on. That would have been one thing.
not horrible though.
It's medium, Kyle.
It's really,
Yes.
but it wasn't. It feels a little darker. Like when you're in the woods, like the camera, it feels darker than it actually was. It didn't feel like lights.
Very necessary.
Yeah. I loved the shot in the second shot. That was cool.
And I love the music.
The music is important, dude. I spent a lot of time on this track.
Look at that. Sand in her. This is the most epic shot you've ever gotten in the game.
Yep.
Sprinting, full sprint.
Oh yeah. We burned some calories that day, Trey.
I've never worked so hard for a shot in my life as that
I
shot.
remember it.
Sliding it.
That was so
Let's do
fun.
it again.
Yep. We had to. And so this was our exact line.
Yeah.
We went up that road, came back, did the twist, came back down it, and then this is our second turn.
And just like that, it wasn't a game anymore.
It wasn't.
We sprinted to the crash site, trying not to think about what was over the edge.
This is
Somehow both
the only
GoPros
real
stopped
shot.
recording.
Like,
so this drone
this is
shot
really me
is the
looking
only
over it to
footage that
see what the hell
exists.
went down.
Yep. That
Maybe
was
that's
file
for the
name
best.
DJI
This was supposed to be a
underscore.
test.
And they're down there. Keep in mind.
What were you gonna say?
That
Keep in mind, there's a slight delay. That's all.
Right. No, but they get it real time.
Oh, cool.
I want to just. I never got to actually say that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That literally, this drone shot.
When we looked at it back after the fact,
We looked at it back that night
Yeah,
at like 1 o'clock in the
I was all
morning.
stitched up.
Right.
He was all stitched up, and we looked back at this drone footage, and because we just the GoPro wasn't working. We were like, all right, the GoPro 1 didn't shoot. Okay, I think GoPro 2 did. We finally looked back. GoPro 2 didn't shoot. We only had the drone shot because this was a test shot, like I just said in this video.
Yeah.
And the drone shot, the name of the file of this video file in the memory card when we pulled it up. It's DJI 001, 002. This was literally DJI 666.
That's freaky.
That's what this video file was.
That doesn't seem real. That feels like we made it up. That was the creepiest thing, dude. When we saw that, I was like, oh, man.
That was wild.
So pray for us, y'all. We gotta keep making videos, and I'm gonna not try and, don't get any new drones. We don't want to start the file system over.
Yeah, no, please, God. Never formatting that card. Yeah, so I just had to express that because this was a legitimately really scary moment, and like it took a lot to keep filming and to keep shooting and to edit for weeks afterwards through this video. It was worth it, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And this video blew up,
man.
so we made it. We made the best of it for sure.
We did. It was just crazy.
It was frightening, though.
Crazy in every way. All right, let's keep going.
Play it.
Shot. It was our first try on this corner, but we were on a roll, and we were too hyped to realize that we made a miscalculation. Drifting a right-hand corner without a passenger made the right side of the cart significantly lighter, and the buildup of loose dirt basically turned the front wheel into a plow, sending Bobby over a 10-foot drop-off, making 2 full rotations before landing almost completely upside down. We got Bobby out, but it seemed functionally impossible to recover the cart. We had to make a call, whether he needed immediate
I was
medical
so glad you
attention
kept rolling.
or if we could get him to the hospital by ourselves.
I didn't know what else to do.
It was a bloody crash, and we
I didn't
weren't
really know
sure
how to
if
tie
his
a tourniquet.
condition was critical. But thankfully, after some DIY bandaging, Bobby was ready to make the trek back home. I stayed to pack up the rest of our gear, just grateful that nobody was leaving in a helicopter.
Is he doing all right?
Yeah. Please like and subscribe.
To the emergency room.
All I know how to do is plug the
The
channel,
man
bro.
was okay, so it was time to check on the machine.
That's an epic
It
line.
didn't
The
take
man
us
was
long
okay. It's time to
figure out
check on the
there was only
machine.
one way to do this.
You know?
Yeah,
And
there was
it
nothing else we
wasn't the
could
easy
do.
way.
Oh man,
Look at that sky.
it's quite a path we've made for ourselves here. Look at this.
A few more cuts here, like you said, Trey. Then we'll move the cart. Then we're gonna fire it up and go.
A few more cuts,
Yeah,
man.
I know. It was crazy out
Over the
there.
rock. But this is what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I just gotta catch my breath.
We were grinding out there, man.
Yeah, to cut out all your swears. There's a lot.
Start it up.
This breaks my heart every time. This is the most emotional thing I've ever seen.
Do it. Bobby D, we're bringing it home for you, hopefully. Whew. All
Shit.
right, she's got to warm up. We hope.
That kills me. That kills me.
I saw that before this episode came out. I saw that footage and I
First
was
of all,
like, my
how you
heart was
feeling?
broken.
Can we call you?
Okay, well, we're
Episode
we
1
blazed the
comes
path
back.
out.
The music for episode
Started
1.
on the first pull, barely got in the seat to drive it, and it died.
I mean, how is it going to be impossible for you to push it home? Or are you just trying to make it easy?
It's pretty impossible.
It's pretty impossible.
Driving it out of here is going to be a challenge if we get it started. So we're either going to drive it out tonight or it's going to spend the night in the bush.
Yeah, double check the
I know. There's also a question in my mind if we're low on gas. We're still on a little bit of an angle here. I'm sure that's the problem. It started because there was some gas in the line. It started beautiful.
Yeah.
And then it died after that.
Killer footage.
We literally blazed a really
Is
nice
that you?
trail.
Were you holding the GoPro and
Well,
the
I think
flash
all
in
Yeah.
the same hand?
Yeah, that's why the footage got kind of messed up sometimes, but it's also why some of it looks
Perfect.
usable.
Leave it. Call it. Oh, I'm not picking it.
We're walking away, the lights are on. I was like, I better shut those off. I'm like, I was like, yeah, the sound effect light off.
Sound effects on point.
Count our blessings tonight.
That was right on.
The cart wasn't coming home tonight,
That's all we can do.
but at least Bobby was.
Yeah.
Oh, Brittany's cameo.
This is
Brit.
Yeah, man. I know you're beat up. All in one piece, though.
More importantly, how are the tattoos?
I missed all of them. Didn't hit a one, so.
Yes, Brit.
God.
Asking the important questions.
Feature, you're right, man. We need a winch. I've been wanting one. We just need a better
Yeah,
battery.
man. We
for it.
gotta
I know,
close it
dude.
up.
We
I'm all
messed
right.
up not having a winch.
They're so heavy now. I'm used to be able to just pick it up and move it.
Yeah.
Can't really do that anymore.
No.
I'm very tired.
It's true. Look at the time.
I sent it a little too hard. Yeah, you did. They got me stitched up.
This was really late.
20. We can kind of break down what happened, but the most important thing is I'm all right. The roll cage and those harnesses absolutely did their job. I built those with the intention that if we were to ever roll this thing, that they would support it and that they would protect whoever happened to be driving. I never thought we were gonna have to use them. We got the wake-up call early, you know? I mean, that's one of the first real big sends we've tried to go out there and really push it. The cart reminded us, you know, who's boss. Yeah. Gravity's a bitch. The biggest thing is, at the point that I realized the thing was going over and I wasn't going to be able to steer out of it, grab the steering wheel, elbows, legs in, and literally just ride it out. That's good advice for anyone that's ever in any kind of a car accident. The fact
Good
that we
advice if
rolled it
you're in a
was that we had
rollover
that
car
crazy
accident.
grade
Not
on the hill.
necessarily
Actually,
any
that
kind of
heavy
car
rush
accident. Somebody checked me in the comments and I was glad they did.
I think that prevented an additional roll.
If I remember correctly,
In a rollover,
at the
you want
point
to make
that
sure
it stopped
extremities
going,
don't go outside the
I was
vehicle and get
past
damaged.
90 this way because I remember climbing
got
out
damaged.
the passenger side of the cart. You helped kind of pull me out. The cart seems to be all right.
Yeah, some scuffs on the lights because we rolled it.
Because we
That's
rolled
character,
it.
man.
You were
How,
being
yeah, how could they
snitched
not
up
be scuffed?
back.
They called me. I'm laid up on the table there, and the guy's bringing in all the saline to wash me out. They're like, we can't get it started. It started and it stopped. You know, check the fuel lines, everything's connected. Yep. Turns out we're pretty sure. And I looked back, and there was gas in the tank, but it was up on such an angle where it actually laid to rest that we
Just wasn't enough.
Right. So when you did start it, though, it ran pretty nice. It started right up, and we just ran the lines dry, and there was no reserve basically, and so we're gonna need to do some more looking at that. But let's talk about why. The car's completely functional, so I'm not willing to blame this one on the cart. I'm going to take full responsibility on this one. There's a couple things that played into this. One, I really should have not fully sent it on the first try drifting that lap. The day had been going so well up to that point.
I didn't
that
expect
I
you to
thought,
send
we'll
it
be
that
fine.
hard.
But there were some
I
ruts.
didn't either.
And when you're drifting in dirt, you get to a certain point where
I
it
was
piles
trying
up.
to get the
and it's
really
gonna
good
wanna tip
spray for the GoPro that was on
And
the
again, we're gonna have to
ground.
look back at the
And then I
footage
was
to see
already
exactly
fully
what happened.
sent
From
into
the
the
track,
corner, so I had
it
to
looks
fully
as
send the
though
rest of the
it
way.
went over. I kind of tried to recorrect,
that's what
steer
happened with
into
that
the
shot,
thing as it was
dude,
going
is
over, and
you
that
just-
put me over to the
It
edge of the
happened
cliff.
We just
so
went a little
fast.
too brazy, a little
There's no
too
stopping.
fast.
It
Like we
drops
really
off
should have
pretty
just done
hard
it
there.
once or
And
twice.
funny
just
enough,
lightly.
back in episode 1 when we
probably
talked
would've
about
worn it in a nice
drifting
little
and
track
throwing
and
gravel
would've
and
had no
scaring the hell out of you,
Yep.
scared the hell out of my dad slinging gravel.
The exact
That is
same
the
spot.
exact
Yeah.
spot. I was trying to redo that exact drift. But what I also didn't take into account is 90% of the time I have a passenger in that passenger seat. And so if I'm gonna be drifting, I'd rather the forces of the drift push them into the center of the cart versus have them feel like they're gonna fall out. And that's the reason I always tend to drift that direction. But this time, because we have all the weight on one side of the cart, it lifted up, bounced, down the hill I went. So the combination of the weight distribution of the cart, me being overexcited and just sending it too hard, the terrain kind of all led into that. Again, like I said, the cart's in great shape, and so we didn't have any mechanical failures that caused it to happen. It was just my own user error. All that being said, we're gonna fix it up. We're gonna get it back out, but we're gonna make some additional safety measures because we can't have that happen again. Get some nice protective gear to protect your upper body. Helmets are gonna be a must. I don't care if we have a roll cage. If we're sending it, you gotta have the right gear, period. That's another dumb thing that we did. My only real injury is to this right arm, and a part of that is because before I had the presence of mind to pull my arms back in, grab the steering wheel, and tighten up, my first instinct was the arm kind of went out to
I
almost
had the same
brace,
thing on
which
the
is so dumb,
overlanding
but that's
trip.
just,
Remember the kid
me
who flipped
falling
it-
on everything that I've
flipped
ever done over
everything?
the
Yeah,
years. Arm
yeah.
went
Every
out,
time he put his
I
arm out.
realized that
Yes.
there was no saving it.
It's such an
instinct.
Arm came
It's
back in,
instinct,
got caught, I think, kind of under the side of the cart as I did that first roll. So in order to take care of that, I'm gonna look into some of those sort of race car window mesh. When we're going out there really trying to send it, you want to be meshed in. That way extremities aren't going out of the cart. Because if I had that, not a scratch. Can I call you back? Sorry. I'm alive, don't worry. I'll call you back.
I don't even know. I don't even know. Who's on the other end of that?
Missed all the tattoos though. That was
But
good.
my God.
Yeah, man, we're all right. A little worse for wear and tear, but we're all good. I think all that's left
Perfectly
now is
timed.
I go throw a tarp on that thing. It's supposed to rain tonight.
Yeah, let's trek back up there and do that.
We're going back.
Sorry, Trey. I want
Dude,
to
you
see the
you
the
forced
trail
us
you guys
I
caught,
know.
to
'cause
come
I
out
know how
and do
dense
this
that foliage
interview.
was.
We were not about to go and do this drop up. We were like, yo, we've been through it all today.
That's what
We
do,
are
man.
over
Blood, sweat,
it.
and tears. Maybe I sent it a
And
little too
dude,
hard
you
this
were
time,
like,
but
yo,
it's
we
not gonna
gotta
stop
wrap
us
it
from
up. Let's go out
keeping
there
sending it,
right
so.
now.
Sounds good.
And then we did the wrap up, and then I was like,
Then we
We have to
dragged
go
you
back
all the way
up.
back out here.
We're back at the scene of the crime. You guys did a really good job cutting this road out of here.
We tried, that's for sure.
So, this is where I laid to rest, right down in here, and
Such a morbid.
up there is where I came off the cliff. But we didn't have adequate protection period, and we're gonna have to change that.
If we're sending it that hard, I think we should probably throw on some helmets.
All right, well, it's good to be back at the crash site, but the real reason we're out here is to get a tarp on this thing, right?
Yeah.
Let's tarp her up and gotta go camo side out. I just think it looks cooler that way.
Well, and then if the government drones come to try to find it, they won't see it.
Yeah, man.
I think it's a tank.
I don't think it's a tank. And they would.
And they would. It is a tank.
It is.
Look at this
Well,
tank. Look at this monster. Look at this absolute tank.
sir. Trevor,
Glad you're okay.
Yeah,
thank you, buddy.
of course, man.
Appreciate you both.
It's an honor and a privilege.
Yes.
We'll be back in the morning.
You're welcome to crash here if you want.
Yeah, that.
I mean, I think that might be the best idea. Yeah, then we could kind of come out here in the morning, get it out of here. Then we can finally call episode 8 a wrap.
I think so.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, we were still
Looking
technically
forward to
shooting.
that, honestly. Best episode we've shot, and then the worst episode we've shot. How do we manage to do that over and over?
Because we only know how to fully send. We're all right.
Another great
You
quote.
know.
That would have been quote of the
So
night
is
if
this
not for the
road
quote
you
that's
guys
coming
carved
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be wild.
It'll last for generations.
Just kidding. I never want to see this corner ever again.
Yeah, and you came to rest way down.
You can finally really
Yeah.
see how far.
I know, that's climbing up this.
Give me some light. I don't want to roll.
Road of the night. That's funny.
We were literally cackling, dying.
There we go.
Fresh out of the hospital. Hey, you know.
Back in the woods immediately.
We only got one speed here at TYRANIS, man. Let's go. We go big.
That's awesome. And that was legitimately that was where that clip ended. That
Yeah.
was the last frame
Yeah, he didn't
of
cut,
that
he
clip
literally,
That's awesome.
from that night.
when he told me that, I was like, damn, that's cool to close it like that.
That was it. That was all we had.
Big
And
thanks to our technical medical support team, Lynn and Britt.
Yeah.
seriously, and like really seriously,
Yeah,
like
they hooked it up.
like we weren't sure
Workshop
what we
bay.
were gonna do out there. Like we were out in the middle of, you know, nowhere, like trying to figure out what to do
Yeah.
about like my best friend, your son, who is like
Yikes.
bleeding profusely, and we're not sure exactly what's going on with it, or you know what to do or how we're gonna get you out.
Yeah, I'm in and out of like trying to maintain consciousness because that stuff freaks me out and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Just blood loss, but
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a scary moment.
But being able to call home and
Have a nurse.
just have someone who is a medical professional and be like, do we need a helicopter, or like can we
Yeah.
get him out of here?
Brittany was posted up in her car at the bottom of the down by the street,
I
ready to
forgot
grab
about
us
that.
if we wanted to come out that way too. So
Yeah,
everybody was on deck.
yeah.
Everybody was on
Which
deck.
makes a really big difference when something goes wrong, and
Yeah.
you know, and you have a bunch of people ready to like help. Like that is a really big deal.
Yeah.
We got 2 more to go.
Two
wow.
more. Jeez.
All of a sudden, what are we at? 2 hours and 30 minutes into this thing. That's
Wow.
a lot of content, man. We've been cranking it out, dude.
We really have been
Touch
cranking
me.
this stuff
And this
out.
this
Yes.
doesn't count the episodal releases either. You know what I mean? Episodic, yeah. So we got plenty. Should we just get right into it?
Let's rip it, man.
Let's rip it.
EP9,
EP
fresh back from
This is a-
hospital.
Yeah, this is first mullet episode too.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, this was the comeback of a lifetime.
Came in hot.
So, you know,
It's kind of one of those sideways on us.
The day had been going so well up to that point, the cart reminded us who's boss.
are you okay?
Hold on, y'all. We're receiving a little bit of an error here. We're gonna let this resolve before we go any further.
I don't even know what else to do.
Think we're live still?
We're gonna give it a second. We haven't stopped
So we have audio.
streaming. Not necessarily. We don't know what we
Okay.
have.
If you guys are there, we're working through some technical difficulties. Hang in there.
It says excellent connection, which is bizarre. Yeah, if y'all can still hear us. On our end, it looks as though the stream has crashed momentarily, so we're going to just kind of figure this out.
Blink once if you can hear us.
Yeah.
We lost our comments, so it's hard to...
Oh, no, that's down here. I just have it.
Oh, okay. So do you want people to comment what they're seeing?
I was ready to bring snacks to Trey and Dad when they were trying to get the cart out.
I know, we could have used
We
that.
could have used some snacks. Oh, man.
Hey, we might be live. I think we're live again.
All right.
Are we? We're looking good?
Looks like it. Let's see.
Is that audio off on there? Is that just when you go hover over? Back from the hospital.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, makes
first.
sense.
Okay. I think we're back.
I think we're back.
Let's give it a second to catch up.
Want to get the comments up so we can...
Yeah,
maybe.
bet. We're back in action. We can start it back up again. We had a little hiccup there, at least on our end.
Is it catching back up right now?
Yeah, it's coming back. And they see us.
And they see us.
Okay, so we're good.
We hear you and see you.
They know what's up.
Young Fifi, learn how to spell.
Young Fifi, I love you.
No,
Shut up
we got...
I sent it a little too hard.
All right, we're back.
12 days later.
Howdy, partner.
What up, dude? What's Trey?
Here we are.
How you doing, big Bob?
You came back with the freshest fit.
You're in one
I had
piece.
to.
I'm in one piece, man. They did a good job over there. You know, they sewed me up good. So we're all healed up. Stitches are out. Could have been worse. So we're feeling good, man.
Nice. Good to hear.
Heck yeah, brother.
So, you're in pretty good shape. How's the cart going?
Almost better shape than me, I think. We almost had no casualties on this thing, which I think speaks volumes to the design of this cage, which I'm happy
Like
about.
it's
Only
the
things
whole
that we
time.
ran into that we got to kind of tweak,
Just on our
and I
end.
hesitate to even say fix, is the lights got tilted back a little bit, but they're on hinges anyways, so that's not a big deal. Straighten
'Cause
these
we
bad
rolled
boys
it.
back out. Tools might help. A little bit of some scuffing on here. Big Bob won't let me forget about that. Some dirt, some dust, nothing that won't buff out. We got a tiny little hairline hole in one of our tires, which we'll fix up. But beyond that, dude, this thing took it like a champ. You were there right after. You went to start it up. Wasn't it like first pull?
As soon as we got it out of the brush, she was good to go.
The big old sprocket got pushed over a little bit. Couple smacks with a mallet. And we drove her home. So kind of best case scenario for everybody. We
More
did all right.
fantastic
All that
music.
said, all that could have been avoided.
like
We
this
made a lot of sort of oversights. There's a lot of things that we could have done differently to avoid it, and things that should have been an indication that it was going to happen in the first place, right? Episode 1, we go into this, man.
I wanted to get through the woods.
We want to bash through the trails. This cart has always been
Oh, you
designed
bashed
for
through 'em, bro.
more technical trail riding.
You made my own.
That's what it's
Maximum
built
clearance.
for, right there. Through the woods.
Look at that.
Seriously.
Lifted,
That's
wider.
seriously exactly what he was built for.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem. Right, we were sending it sideways in dirt, in a cart that's really meant to crawl and zip in a straight line, but not so much built for maneuvering that way. The driver's side here, where I was sitting, is hanging out over what used to be the side of the cart, so the weight distribution is now higher up and further out to the side when you have one person in it. So that made it kind of just waiting to tip over. If we're gonna be cranking in this thing, you're better off with 2 people from a weight distribution standpoint. I should have thought of that, but I didn't, and here we are. I should have been wearing a helmet, period. I got lucky, but should have been wearing a helmet. So we got helmets coming, and that'll be required for when we're actually sending it in this thing. Other thing that would have absolutely prevented me from really sustaining any kind of injury, I'm gonna make a mesh NASCAR style window
have the
net
stuff to
here
make that. I just
with
haven't
like
done it
1-inch
yet. Yeah, I
nylon
had burnt the
strap
sewing
to a big
machine
sort
out.
of grid. That way your extremities, your
Put your
arms,
plug
nothing's gonna come out the side, because that's ultimately what happened. My arm came out, cart rolled over it. So with a window net here, you'd be locked into the interior of
And
the
maybe
cart,
custom
and at
seats
that
for
point
under
the roll
that
cage is protecting you
Whoa.
in addition to helmets,
That'd be
and
sweet.
we're
Custom
probably gonna get some
leather.
more padded sort of motocross style
Wow.
protective gear as
Some
well.
T-Rex
Safety
skin.
is definitely
I
going to be
have a
first
black
moving
alligator,
forward.
fur
But
alligator that looks
this
like
cart
T-Rex.
is
Wow.
almost done.
so
We've got
tight.
a handful of things to tackle on it. Big Bob's got some big plans for the floor to gussy this thing up a little bit.
So we had a plan a long time ago to do a diamond plate floor tray. Actually, there's a sample of the sheet that we're going to use right here. So picture this, cut to size, obviously. I've got a template here that I started, and the only reason we haven't
And that
worked
looks
on
so
it yet is it's
freaking
one of the
good in
last
there
things
now.
we want to
Oh.
do anyway. But there's a few more notches that we've got to make in the template. Bobby put in the e-brake,
and
It's not officially in yet,
choke down the
technically.
Yeah.
front.
Yep.
So that'll
Like
be the
it's
last piece. Then I can
actually,
modify this template and
teases
we can
cut
cut the
by
diamond
accident.
plate and install it.
Yeah, it should
11
drop
goes
right
in.
in. and
Oh,
probably put some
it's
kind of
not
a
technically
caulking
in, is
underneath
it?
to mitigate any
Right.
vibration, and then rivet the whole thing down. Pretty cool.
Which is going to look pretty and be very
For
cool.
the 6 people watching,
And
they
one of the
can
other
know
big
behind the
things,
scenes a little.
that's still hanging out there is paint.
So powder coat, baby.
Powder coat. So we're messing around.
Oh,
We got
we
some
should have more
stable
fantastic
colors
music.
here. We're
I
trying to
missed
make a
that.
decision.
I said it earlier.
But we want it to look cool.
Kind of a T-Rex green of sorts.
Yeah. We ordered all these swatches, so gonna try to make a good decision here on, the color.
To accent that, all of this foam is gonna get wrapped in black, which would be sick. And then also to kind of clean this thing up and button it up for good, all of my wiring here, this is very temporary. I think I mentioned that. I'm actually gonna design and 3D print
Yeah, we ended up
housing
doing it
that's
on
gonna come down
a
here that
jigsaw.
will enclose all of our
to
electronics.
get
We'll
to
route
pretty
all this a
easy,
little
not
bit
too
better.
bad,
It'll all
but
be
it-
kind of nestled
aluminum
in
in
behind a
general
nice,
clogs
pretty,
everything
probably
up.
black cowl to hide all that. Any of you off-road fanatics got to be
Peter.
familiar with,
Oh,
I
he
think
changed his
KC.
name?
Yeah.
One of the big ones.
We
with
asked
the
him to change
off-road
his name.
lights.
I don't know how he
I
changed
heard
it so
that,
quick.
but I didn't know he
Case,
did it.
I have no idea how he did it so
right
quick. I
smack
can't.
into your lights, you don't want them
I
to
can't
break,
even
so we're
figure
gonna
out mine.
actually
It took me
design
a
and
week.
3D print
Very
some
cool.
covers to go over all of these lights.
I
And we
don't know
may
how he did that.
incorporate that logo
Young
that we've been
Fifi.
talking
It's
about
a young
for a couple
Fifi.
episodes.
So
We were
just
planning to
doing the
reveal
most.
that last
Absolutely.
time,
As a young
and
Fifi series.
things went a little sideways. Before we get into all that, what do you say we get this tire patched up and get this thing running again? Because it hasn't stretched its legs since we pulled it out of the woods.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do it.
Now it's set up. Okay, so as you can see, we're down a tire. We're gonna fix that today. There's our only casualty from that little crash like we talked about. So it's just a tiny little pinhole from a thorn of all things. So instead of pulling the tire off and doing a full patch on the inside, I think we're gonna be able to get away with just sliming it. I've seen this product on the shelves in Walmart for quite some time, but I was a little skeptical of it. But I just saw the guys on Cars and Cameras use it to fix a couple of their flats, and they spoke quite highly
Shout out
of it.
John
So we're gonna give it
Isaac.
a try today. So basically what we're gonna
That's the
do
boys from
is
Cars and Cameras.
this stuff right here,
We're gonna be on that
pump
property one of
right
these
into
days.
Oh, yeah.
the
We're hitting that Grand Prix.
stem here
Oh,
for this
dude,
size
this
I
track is
tire.
promise
sick.
you. I
They
promise
say
you. We're
about
putting a lap down on that Grand Prix.
20 to
That track is
24
sick.
pumps.
You have my
So
word.
Pump a bunch of this goop
We're
inside
digging.
here.
We're putting a time down.
Spin
Yeah.
this thing
I
around a
want
couple times,
a
bolt it
timestamp.
back
I
on,
want one of
take
ours.
it for a rip,
That's right.
get those
Yeah.
RPMs up, and
That'd be
get it all
cool.
evenly distributed, and we should be able to seal our little hole. Now, Trey, if you come in close here, you can see what a tiny hole we're talking about. I marked it from earlier, but look, right here, you can barely even see it, right? That tiny little pin right there, I'll spray it with a little water here.
That's the
see it's
smallest thing
legally
my camera
safe.
can physically see.
So first things first, let's get this stem out of here.
That was a
Stem's gonna
great
stay
shot,
in, but
though.
there's
You nailed
actually
it.
an inner valve core, and we're gonna pull that right out. And that way, we can hook this right up, pump that stem full of goop, full of slime, technically, and hopefully that should do the trick for us. So let's just
Can we
get this
discuss the
thing all
difference
set
between
up.
goop and slime?
Yeah, there's a fine line.
I'd like to really get into the
There she
nuances.
is.
Yeah, one is a trademark
Okay.
product. The other is
Like I said, I
a
haven't used
slang
this stuff
term
before,
for said
so-
product.
This is kind of our
I
first
don't know which
test
is
of it.
which.
Me either.
But
Okay.
They didn't sponsor
Gosh,
us, so I'm not gonna give them the plug.
Around
Okay,
there.
that's fair.
Let's see. Is she gonna pump? We may have to clear this, unclog this pump first, because it's been. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, dude, look at that.
This is epic.
All right. So what do we say? About 20? 1. What is this, Nickelodeon?
It was just as funny in person as it was on video.
So perfect.
And I was so tired by the end of
There we go.
editing that
Okay.
I just couldn't do an actual counter on there. So sorry for the inaccuracy,
Alright.
folks.
It's alright.
Let's move this off camera.
75 pumps probably would have done it.
Yeah. Well, apparently it only took
Hey,
one and
cleaned
a
up
half.
nice. This is not a sponsored video.
For the third time.
I feel like a Ghostbuster, man.
Parker loved that line.
Which is such a low-key line.
I know he
Just
called me on
so
that one.
we don't have any clogging issues, I'm actually going to go in with a Q-tip and just clear out the...
This color grade made the ink look
Stem.
crazy. Appreciate you.
Yo, right?
This is the one where I got the comment the dude was like, "Oh, I got a screwdriver tattooed on my arm
Oh, really?
too." Yeah.
Yeah, when I hit I hit the shadows with a little bit of a blue.
Yep. Good pop.
It
right
gave
off.
it tattoos.
Always check the side of your tire if you're unsure about what PSI to fill it to. This one says 7 PSI operating, 20 PSI max to set bead. We're going to go to about 10 PSI because we may lose some while this stuff
So it
sets.
actually looks more accurate to what your tattoos look like.
It does, honestly.
Give this a little roll over. Hey, Big Bob, you want to play catch?
You know?
Don't hit the gimbal. No, I know,
Don't hit
right?
the gimbal.
It's true.
The gimbal's
All right, so
right
that's
there.
not bad for a preliminary.
Set up with everything.
Let's see if we're still leaking. Dude, it's already sealed. That's nasty.
That was
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
cool.
That's a really cool. That's like
so
a genuinely cool
Let's
product.
bolt
Yeah,
this
it
thing
is.
back on, and then we'll actually drive it.
Yeah,
That way we
Parker
can get
also
full
called
and
you
even
asking if he could do that with his car.
distribution of this
Yeah, and I was
slime
like,
all
you
the way throughout the inside
can,
because
but
they say you
don't.
can put it right back on and drive it immediately. So let's just go ahead and do that.
Let's just go ahead and do that. Let's just fully send.
Yep. That's all we know.
Every shot of the cart coming off of the
Jack.
jack
I
is just
love that.
so beauteous.
Nice to see her out of the garage.
For real.
It's been a little while.
It had been. Because it doesn't. We released this not that long after episode 8, but it had been a couple weeks.
It's been a
since
couple
we-
weeks.
We had a backlog for a while, anyways. So it had been a couple weeks since we had done an actual episode. Because I literally couldn't use my arm for the longest time.
Yeah.
Big Bob.
That's when we knew she was back.
Yeah.
Project Farm does a good comparison of all the slime competitors. We'll have to check that out at some point.
Brake's a little bit light. I'm stopping on it really good.
Oh, word.
So we may have to adjust that. Yeah.
Judas, you know way too much about slime, dude.
I wonder how much he knows about Greek.
We'll have him on the channel one day.
We'll get a
discuss the
cameo.
nuances. Yeah.
He's an epic shot.
Like I said, we gotta tweak the brakes a little bit.
Look at that.
Yeah, I love that.
That'll be easy.
Dope.
Those feel good. Like I said, other
Very
than
good,
the brake, but they feel good. It's just, I think the brake needs adjustment back. That's all.
You had no brake.
I know. I basically said at the end, I had no brakes.
We lost the key. The key was gone.
One of my favorite transitions of this channel.
Yeah, very cool.
Beautiful.
We're back in action.
Yes, sir.
How'd it feel?
Good. The power is all there.
Perfect.
Yep. Steering's a little loose. I
That
think
makes
you
sense.
knew that after what we've been through.
Yeah. We may upgrade that whole rack, honestly.
Yeah.
Something a little more robust, because there's too much plastic in that for me to be comfortable when this thing's so beefy.
I had no brakes. Otherwise, it ran well.
All right. So
Otherwise,
we talked about it in episode 6.
Oh, here we go.
We teased it in episode 7.
that's right.
Episode 8 fell apart on us, and I don't think the people can wait anymore. We got to reveal that logo.
Let's do it.
Now, Trey, you might have a little surprise for us too, don't you?
I've been working on
I love this.
a little bit of footage leading up to this momentous occasion. We've been
This
filming
makes
for a
sense.
while now, and there's some pretty cool clips of all y'all. So let's roll it.
Do it.
this was so fun. I've
killed
never
it. You killed it.
I've never had so much fun making one of these.
Full time.
These go by so fast. There's part of me that wants to break down every clip because I'm like, oh, I love this about that.
No, you don't want it to end.
Well, the cool thing is we've watched every video that those clips are from.
I know.
Tonight, which is so cool.
I'm so glad we did this live stream. I can't believe so many people have hung around for as long as they have. Look at that.
Yo, the logo reveal.
Wayne had to love that.
Oh,
That
Wayne,
was-
thank you again.
That was so cool.
I think that fits, man. I think that's so perfect.
Straight into the
I couldn't be
flesh.
any happier. Wayne, I know you're watching, man. You crushed it.
Yeah.
You guys may have noticed this if you were watching real carefully. Up here in the background, I got that for Big Bob. Had that made for his birthday. We were ready to reveal that episode 8, but now we finally got a logo to fit the name, you know? And how cool is that gonna look on shirts, hats, stickers?
Yeah.
There might be merch in our future.
Sounds good. I want one.
We'll have to get on that.
Sleeveless.
Of course. Some TYRANIS shades.
I can't believe you got sleeves right
We'll
now.
get after
I know, I
it, but
can't
Trey,
either.
great little sizzle reel there, bud. Those highlights.
Yeah.
Thank you, my guy.
Nice.
Crushed it. So at this point, we've got our logo. That cart, we've got finishing touches to do, but functionally, we're kind of done. And especially in light of me rolling that thing over, I think it's about time that we make our transition into the red cart.
Agreed.
Here we go.
So the red cart now is in the workshop bay. It's a long time coming. This is where we started. As you can see, we talked about it in episode 1, but we'll just do another quick little rundown of what's going on here. As you can see, all the red is pretty much where the stock frame was. We took this whole cage, cut it all the way off. Now it's all welded down like we did on that one, and for good reason. The top here is different. The rack back here, we made a bunch of adjustments to in order to fit our big gas tank underneath. So this thing is gonna be really sick. And the biggest difference is this cart has a lot of history. We've had this for years, and it's seen a lot of miles just in its stock configuration.
Kick it to cart or die,
Dude.
baby.
You sent this to me when you filmed it and edited it, and I was blown away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to set up every camera
I know,
angle and then
it's
just
freaking
drive by and
unbelievable.
grab it, set up the next camera.
Because you did this back in like 2017.
Yeah.
Like before I had even gotten into video. Like I was shooting
Yeah.
some photos. I
True.
was doing a lot of audio.
True.
I wasn't even shooting video back then.
There was this brief period of time where I had more Premiere experience than you.
There was.
I mean, I lost my mind when I saw these shots.
That
Wait a
was-
minute, you're driving the cart
So,
and flying
this
in
one's
the
gonna
drone?
stay red. This one's
So
gonna stay
confused. I
as
was
true as
so
we can
confused.
to the original Yerf Dog origins, but
Yeah, good shit.
we've also already made some changes to increase performance. So one of the first things I did was take this whole seat out, cut all the brackets off, and dropped it completely down onto the frame, because the goal here, more so than on that cart, is to keep our center of gravity low and centered as well as possible to mitigate any kind of chance of rollover. Also, on that cart, we've got a pretty good forward-leaning slant and a lot of clearance underneath. On this one, what we're actually gonna do is, right now it's sitting on kind of the stock mounts that actually raise the body up off the axle. And instead, what I'm gonna end up doing is pulling that right off and dropping it
By the
right
way, I
down
had
onto
no
the
brakes,
axle like
but everything
that.
was fine.
Keep this back end as low as possible. We'll have the bigger tires to give us a little bit of added clearance, but this one's gonna
Sorry,
sit
dude.
pretty flat. We're gonna go wider on the rears, wider in the fronts. It's gonna be super wide tracked, very cross cart-esque. This one's definitely gonna be more geared towards getting sideways, and we'll take the same safety precautions. I'll build some nets for this one, but different carts for different applications. That's kind of what we're doing here. So I'm really excited about this one, dude. This thing's gonna be crazy. Safe sends are the best sends, as we've learned.
You sound like my gym teacher.
Yeah, you know, you're my best friend, my dude. Big mouth aside.
That's a
this
big
thing's just
mouth
gonna be a
reference.
slightly
If you don't
different,
get
and it's
it,
gonna come
I
out
don't care.
Really, really cool. It's gonna be definitely fun to have too. We've been missing that. Just being big mouth. I won't mind putting that behind us. Like I said, this one's gonna stay red. That one, like you saw, we're probably gonna go green. Do you have the red swatch for this?
20 minutes
Perfect.
to get that
So there's our
swatch.
powder coat
That
color
was
for
the
this
funniest
bad boy.
cut. That was the
Pretty close
funniest
to the
cut that I
original.
think I've ever
No, I
done.
got
But,
that swatch quick.
minus all the fade.
No.
It's going to be a pretty sick, high-performance looking red, so that'll be awesome.
It was hilarious how long
The
it
other
took.
thing that we didn't do on your cart, but this cart's going to be asking for it, we're not going to play any games. Governor's coming out from the beginning. We're going to be governed by valve float, okay? That's about it. Once we start losing compression because we hit too high of an RPM, that's where your top speed's at. So this thing's going to be a little monster, man. And probably going to be quite a bit lighter, too. I'm excited to get working again, too. It's been a lot of little stuff here and there, trying to get that thing dialed in. Now I get to start really throwing sparks again and throw the welding helmet back on, so. Well, I think that's enough for today. Mom's got food waiting for us.
That
so
she
I think we better
does.
wrap this one up.
Always. Mama G.
What about you, Trey? You hungry?
Starving, man.
All right, we'll catch you next episode. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the goodies we go throwing on this thing. We got a lot coming very, very soon, so let's take some B-roll and get out of here.
Oh, I was waiting for that.
This cart. Imagine when we have powder coat on both of these.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
The B-roll is gonna be silly. I forgot about this. The exhaust B-roll here. Woo!
Some more Big Bob Sendy footy.
That's right there, little Sandy buddy. We had to test it.
Nice.
Had to get that slime, that goop distributed.
I don't know how else to distribute goop.
Well, we are on our last
Oh my God.
episode. This is episode 10.
Wow.
Damn.
That's wild. This has been fun, man.
It has been fun. This was so cool. And again, I appreciate everybody that's come through. If you came through from the beginning and stayed to the end, if you showed up halfway through, wherever y'all came from,
Yeah.
we appreciate you. This is very cool. This is our first live stream. We appreciate all the support. And appreciate all the support for the channel in general because...
Yeah, dude, 10 episodes takes a lot of work.
It does. And we're, you know, we're trying to really make something, cool.
Yeah.
And
Like,
so...
like, and not just work as in, you know, filming and like, it's like from the inception of like, what do we shoot today? And like, from way before that, it's like, you know, where's the cart going? And like, the answers to those questions are not always very clear, and getting it right and shooting it and then putting it into, you know, an editing deck and making it work and then putting out a video, the steps from, you know, step 1 to step, you know, 10,000, there's a lot in between there. And so it takes an army. It takes all of us plus all the help that we have on the outside.
That's right.
And otherwise, like, it takes a lot. So we're glad we have, you know, dope people to put this stuff out to. So
That's right. Thank you all for watching, checking it out, hanging out with us, and make it to the end of this soon-to-be 3-hour and 20-minute stream.
Yeah.
So,
But it went by fast. I mean, it was fun.
it did. No, I'm having a blast.
It was cool.
And we've made it pretty good up to this point. What do you say we bring it out on a bang? This is a great episode, man. I will tell you, of all the episodes that have come out lately, I've watched this one, myself personally, the most.
Nice.
I've watched this one over so many times because your B-roll slaps so irresponsibly hard. Just like...
Dude, the carts slap so irresponsibly hard.
You're right. And
I match energy. That's what I
know,
do.
you're right. And so with that energy, thank you all again for sticking around.
Yeah.
And let's bring it home with episode 10.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Bring it home, boys.
Yes.
Let's do it. Nope. There we go.
Now let's do it.
Now let's do it. This one plays a little slow from the beginning. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, buddy, pumping some iron?
Yeah, dude. By the end of this episode, we shouldn't need this old axle and tires anymore, so I figure I might as well get some physical therapy in for the elbow, you know?
Makes sense to me.
Ah.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They don't call me Big Bob for nothing.
The biggest Bob. Yes.
Thank you.
Love that line. Give him a flex.
Oh yeah.
Flex for the viewers.
Oh
There
man.
it is. Woo!
Oh man.
Better wait.
Oh.
You got a license for those guns?
That was great. Those tires were so big, dude. Those were really heavy.
That was legit.
I couldn't do any reps with those.
All
I
right.
tried.
Time to get
Really
back to
hard.
work on the red cart, man. We haven't touched this thing since before episode 1. We did a little recap, a little reminder that it was here last time, but we're gonna actually get to throw some sparks today. So, if you couldn't tell from the intro, we're going with those same big boy tires that we threw on my dad's car. You wanna bring that over here? Let's see the old versus new.
You pointed so assertively at it.
Yeah, big
Look at the
big
old
size
tires.
difference, right? These are
That's why we had to go with
20s.
the
These are
72
technically, I
sprocket
think,
because
22s.
that tire
but
size
it's
is
even
like
more
it
than
changes
2
the
inches
whole
that we're
gearing of the
picking
whole
up here.
cart. But
So
it looks
that's
so
going to be
cool.
a big upgrade. We get a little bit of a lift out of that, but for my cart, I'm trying to keep the center of gravity as low as possible for obvious reasons. Stock,
Great
these Yerf
color,
dogs
yeah.
have kind
And
of a
just
body
enough of
lift.
it.
I like
Because the
that
way they
one.
mount the axle is off these hangers that drop it down maybe an extra 2 inches. We're gonna go in, I'm gonna cut these out, slide them up, re-weld them so we can drop the whole ass maybe another 2 inches or so. It's not gonna affect our clearance too much because our lowest point is this sprocket. The distance of the sprocket to the ground is just governed by the tire size and where the axle sits. So if we can drop the whole body of the cart, pick up a little bit better center of gravity, and also, you know, it's gonna look cool. Things will be stanced out. So we'll probably do that, and then try and get the fit our engine in so that we make sure we have enough clearance between the big old sprocket here and the little sprocket on the torque converter, and maybe even throw in our engine plate and have something pretty looking by the end of this today. First things first, let's just get this thing apart. I think I'm just gonna take the Sawzall to it.
This one goes so hard. Hold on to this. This has got to get revamped. Too.
Yeah.
I love that song.
This artist, his name is Chill Winston.
Yeah.
And all of like the chilled out beats and stuff that are in here are almost 100% him. Anything that sounds anything like
You gotta
that
hit him up at some
is
point.
Chill Winston. Yeah.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd appreciate seeing it with his beats under that.
All right, so I threw one of our bearings in here for the axle along with the mount that holds it in. That way I can kind of see what I'm working with here.
Young Fifi,
Here's where we
camber
work
that boy.
up here like this.
That's for the
whole point
street
of cutting
cut,
this
bro.
off
I'll make
is that
camber
way
adjustments,
I'm
I
gonna be able
promise.
to drop it down to here.
Yeet.
And we pick up
Yeet.
a good 1.5 inches of a drop above the rear axle, so that'll be pretty sweet.
This is a
And
funky
honestly, I'm such a freak, dude. What I wanted to do was like, oh, I'll even drop it. I can go another 1/2 inch if I flip the thing
Whose
to the other
idea
side.
was
Then I
that?
don't
You
have
or
to drill
Trey?
all the way
Trey.
through all
I
of
love
this.
it.
I'll save that for
I couldn't help it.
That's
do
awesome.
a custom purpose build. So we still want to be able to get to the trails. I think I can handle having that extra 1/2 inch. So I got my little magnet here holding it up in place. Break the welder out, get a couple tacks on this. Once I know I've got it straight, and we should be in business.
Yeah, it's really good.
Popeye across the bottom.
No shit. I didn't see that before. I did not see that.
I couldn't help it. After the,
That's awesome.
I couldn't help it.
All right, well,
I guess
that's
you were all
tacked in
warmed
place.
up.
I think
Yeah.
that's as much as we need
Wow.
to do
That's
this
so
for
funny.
now. I'm just gonna take this over and get it set back up, and I should be able to see everything I need to see to get the location of our engine and base plate figured out. So that's up next.
I love this episode.
What are you doing over here, Big Bob?
Hey, Trey.
Actually, just getting ready to work on the floor on this cart. We talked about it last episode real quick, I think. Once this is all powder coated, we're going to install a really nice diamond plate floor on the bottom here. Bobby told me I've been dragging my butt on this thing. I got to get moving on it. So I'm going to take the seats out. I started a template, but I want to test it because he's done some work on the pedals. He installed the e-brake. I just want to make sure it still fits. If that's good to go, we're ready to cut the diamond plate. We just don't want to screw up this diamond plate floor. So that's it. I'm going to pop the seats. Hardware's already out. And then we'll see what my template looks like. Yeah, you want to grab that one? That'd be awesome. All right, we can see what we're working with now. Thank you. That's not bad. Hey, Bob, you want to take a quick look at this with me? Cardboard
call
fits
your
in there
manager
beautifully,
over.
right?
Yeah.
But the diamond plate's going to be thicker and less pliable. I'm wondering if we need to trim a little here or not.
Well, what I would say is trim the whole template and make it a little bit narrower. Then that's fit perfectly. You're never going to see it because the whole thing's going to be powder coated underneath it anyways.
Okay, so maybe a 1/4 inch.
Or you could even go 1/8 of an inch. It's up to you.
Okay. All right, let me do that.
Ooh, we're starting to rain. Let's bring this.
All right. Where are you? Back there? Okay. Should be able to cut it right there. All right. I'm going to cut it right here on the floor. That's pretty sweet. So now, in theory, we're going to find out if I turn this over, does this template work on the passenger side too?
Big Bob over here playing 40 chess.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
It fit perfectly.
Yeah. So it's less viable. If that works, I think we're ready for the diamond plate. So pull this out, trace it on this wood over here.
Big Bob's first full B-roll sequence.
Yep.
There's our template.
Bring it.
We gave it to him. We hit him with the full B-roll.
He earned it.
I worked hard for that.
You did, and it came out sick.
Where's the Black and Decker sponsorship?
Yeah.
All right, so we beat the rain. We got our new template out of this nice thin wood, and let's give it a try and see if it fits.
First try.
I like that shot, Trey. Overhead
Coming
kinda.
through, yeah.
It's really not bad at all.
It was a toughie,
If
but yeah, it
anything,
was
I
nice.
might take
Oh,
an
it was
eighth
real
of an
nice,
inch
though.
off right here. but
There's a
I'm happy
crazy
with
sound
everything
effect where
else.
you
My
where
nice
you
corner
slide it in,
cut
I think, to
came
the
out
other
pretty
side.
sweet.
Oh, okay, you
Bobby
cut it
taught
out.
me well.
I know.
The
I
question
didn't
is,
cut it
will
in or
flip around
anything.
the
It
other
was
side?
just,
Trey,
it
I'm
just
gonna
sounded
swing
so
around to that
great when
side,
you
'cause I
slid it
should be
in.
able to turn this template over, and it should work
Watch.
on the other side as well.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much the same situation. I just want to take a little bit off this back edge here. So I'm going to cut a little bit off and give it one more shot, and then we should be good to go. All right.
There's that shot.
Some boys
That's a great shot. That's
working
very
on
cool.
stuff.
Me just welding in the background while you do all the technical stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, this one.
Yeah.
Maybe
Much
not,
happy
man.
with that. That
What was
fits
that?
in there beautifully.
There was
We're
one
gonna
time where you
rivet
put it
this
in, it
down.
sounded
We
like a
actually
suction
cut
He's
the
gonna
diamond
try
plate.
the other side after this.
We got a good template now. We'll rivet that down. It's going to all be powder coated first, so I'm pretty happy with that fit. What do you think, Bob?
That's gonna dress this up so much.
It should fit both ways. I trimmed a little piece off. Let's spin it around. Look at that.
Yeah.
Well
Is that it?
Happy
Yeah,
with
it
that.
chunk-
Did you
it
label each
chunks
side
right
too?
in.
My goal was hopefully one template and it just reverses and it worked out. I think we're good to go.
We may want to wait on the cutting of the aluminum until we can do it outside, so we're not chucking that kind of dust all over the place.
Yeah, I'm good with that. So I think we're good on this piece.
Cool.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, boy.
Big Bob was getting his floor finished up. I threw the engine in here to kind of test everything, test fit. You can see we're sitting a little lower now than we were before, which is sweet. The cart's up on jacks. I'm gonna have to lower him at least to stop to get this thing leveled back out. But for now, it's looking pretty good. So I'm very happy with that. So the main thing I was kind of checking out was just to see how much wiggle room I have before the big sprocket right here on the axle hits the little sprocket that's on the inside here. You can see it better from up top. Pretty decent. So I went ahead, made a couple marks. I think the next thing to do is just slide this bad boy out, and then we can kind of figure out where we're gonna want that, the actual engine plate. This bad boy. We'll just slide this right up in on top, just like we did on that one. We have to make a couple little cuts to make sure everything's gonna line up right. But yeah, we should be pretty good. Get this thing welded in. I started work on getting all the little shock mounts ready so I can put the shocks in. Forgetting that because we have such a heavier engine and the entire cart got heavier, we decided to double up this back frame here, and so you can see on this one we put it down.
I would recommend that on even a stock gear dog. They've been so easy.
Just to give it a little bit more
You said that right away too.
Because these tend to bend even on the stock gear dogs, and I did not want that happening here with all this extra torque and weight. So here we got away with putting it underneath, but because I'm fighting for the lowest clearance possible, the way that I have my axle and everything set up, we're gonna instead have to put it up on top. So shock brackets are gonna have to wait until next time. But we can go ahead and pull the engine out of here, throw it on our little dolly, and get to getting that plate in.
This shot right here is so epic. It goes forever.
Pulling the engine, or?
No, just the fact that Trey, that's a long shot.
Yeah.
And it works so perfect. I just love that. You see there's no cut there.
Yeah,
You just
I know.
move
No,
right
you're right.
in. That's the first cut.
Oh, we set it up so well. So
Just put it in down here.
And
the
even
lighting all looks good.
Even I'm sitting there and you say, hey, you want to come over and help me? And I just kind of come right over. You're right, we just kept rolling.
Line up perfect, so we are going to cut
That's flow.
the middle of this plate out. And I want to shift this back kind of as far as I can. So I think we'll notch the corners here,
This is a new
slide this into
favorite beat.
place, make our cuts on the ass end here, and then that'll probably be all we do for today. The thunder and lightning is getting a little sketchy, so I'm trying to avoid the power tools, but we should be okay.
This goes hard. I know. It was hot.
Gotta grind it with a tank top.
Just numb to it now.
Sparks in the armpit, boy.
Yep.
All right, no more stock engine plate. Cut that bad boy out. This time, there was no guesswork. I had the other cart and everything in the rear end pretty much works the same other than us dropping these axles down. So, got our new engine plate notched out. That
Yeah.
way,
That's
we
beautiful.
can slide the engine as close into the passenger compartment as we want. Notched it over so we can move it over this way too, because of the way this whole thing kind of mounts. This is the best place to have it so that our weight is actually centered down the middle of the cart. Just gonna need to square this thing up, then we can weld it in place. I've caught enough sparks in the armpit for today. I think we're gonna throw the actual protective gear on.
Back when it was hot out.
True. Turns so fast on us. This is probably the most epic welding sequence on YouTube right here. Straight into vortex mode. And
We blew the breaker.
Ah,
I guess that's probably enough welding for today.
I guess. And we out.
We're missing one more. Did it roll away on us?
Yeah, it did. You guys are lucky to have me.
I know.
If I couldn't see in 4K.
Thanks, Trey.
Got you, buddy.
What's up, 4K vision?
Appreciate you.
I just like how you adopted a whole new look for this episode.
Yeah, it's gotta happen sometimes. I will
It
be
was sort of
honest
like
with
your
you.
stylist was just like, screw it. We'll just
Yeah. To
Great.
be honest with you, it started out with needing the biceps out for the intro, and I needed
that's right.
I needed the bandana because
True.
otherwise I would literally have caught my mullet on fire.
Yeah.
So I've been welding with that all the time now. 'Cause I don't have like a.
That's just a functional
It's
outfit.
a functional outfit. Well,
I'm so glad I made you say that like that, bro.
Almost. Like we know what we're doing. Almost.
Almost.
More cool tunes.
Yeah.
Now we get to see where she sits.
Oh,
Oh, I'm happy with that.
so satisfying.
know.
When I'm in here, your tire's right there. This thing is gonna be such an animal. Because, I mean, if you remember, we didn't extend this one at all. We went 5 inches longer on that cart, didn't do anything on this one. Went 10 inches wider, didn't do anything on this one. So this thing's gonna be a little spitfire, man. That is so sick. I love that OG bench seat. So far.
So
This thing's
nice.
gonna have an old school look to it.
Probably one of the
I'm so
nicest Yoke
excited.
Dog bench seats
Right on
out
this
there.
side with the clearance
There's
for
some
the
nice
shocks,
ones, but that one's up
I
there.
measured it
Yeah.
out to be exactly the same as the other ones.
Cleaned up nice.
A lot
be a
of
matter of
them
how I
did not
position it all.
make it as
No,
well
This
as
thing's
that
looking
one.
we know
mean.
that.
Other than the shocks, we pretty much have a rear end. We've already got the tank mounts and everything. Matter of fact, let me grab the tank. All of a sudden, it's starting to really look like something. You saw the difference in size between these and these guys? We'll talk about in the
I can't
clips.
wait to see that.
Wanna
front
talk
end.
about
I can't
some
wait to
Little
see that.
onesie-twosie stuff
Yeah.
for me to kind of put together and
nice.
finish up back here, which I'll probably do off camera. But just like that one, we're gonna take the whole front end off of this and completely rebuild it. Important note, the reason we do the rear end first on these, for stance reasons. I wanna know exactly where that's gonna sit, and then from here, I can kind of set if I want the cart to sit on a little bit of a forward slant, or if I want it to sit perfectly flat. And to be honest with you, I haven't 100% decided exactly what I want yet. But I think on this one, I'm gonna go a little bit wider on the front than we did on yours. So they're actually, instead of being staggered, they're gonna be front tires match the width of the rear tires, which I think is gonna be cool. Because right now you can see, even with the stock wheels on there, they do stagger
Stock
where the
rear
front
wheels,
is a lot narrower than the rear.
Right. Stock rear
So I was
wheels
thinking
instead
about
of
it after
stagger.
our little crash, and I turned in so tight, and if it was a little wider, I feel like it would be harder for it to have rolled over, because in the video, it doesn't roll straight over, it rolls over that front tire. So because this thing's gonna be our little send monster, I think we're gonna go a little wider. It's been the plan all along. Plus it's gonna look bonkers. Absolutely irresponsible.
Bonkers. Yes, he looks bonkers,
I love the wrap. I needed to keep that. Such an
Oh, that
iconic-
when that's painted, it's gonna pop like crazy.
Felt good to be back in the shop, man. Yeah. It's been a couple videos since we really threw the sparks. Yes. And I'm also stoked to see this red car coming along. It's been too long sitting here, looking sad and dejected. I was feeling guilty. How sick is this new rear end look, man? It's squatting down nice now. This thing's so compact and so crazy looking. It's turning out to be exactly what I kind of envisioned. So we lowered it down onto the axle. We got our new engine plate in. All this stuff was a breeze too. We did all the R&D on your car. I know. You said it was gonna be. Right. Yeah, I kind of know the ropes at this point, so we're just kind of cranking through them. It's all just tacked in, obviously, but we'll weld it up later. We got the Predator sitting in there. The ungoverned Hemi Predator 420. That's what we've run. Yeah,
I cannot wait to hear it run.
I know.
Do you guys want to see how we got that governor out of there and kind of a how-to video? We just shot that the other day, and we'll put a link to it right up here and down in the description, so you guys can go check that out. We had the camshaft fall out on us and everything, so a lot of the other videos didn't have that issue, so if you run into those problems, check out ours. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. I mean,
We got some serious very real love on that video.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Yo, this is my go-to video for governor removal on the 420." You know, and it's sick. That's what we wanted.
And that was, yeah, that was a cool one to see.
I mean, we had all the old videos to go off of, but I think we literally kept everything you could possibly need to.
Yeah.
Worried about that.
We ran out of memory
a
couple times.
Gotta bring them to 4K.
Put it to 4K every time.
I think front end's next. That's gonna be a fun one too. Yeah. A lot of bending and a lot of cutting and a lot of welding, but we already did it once, so.
We can go to bicep workout.
Yeah. We're gonna get you a new barbell.
Those are big wheels, man.
Alright, well, we'll catch you guys next time. I think that's it for here, right?
One last thing.
What's that?
We were going to mention it's episode 10.
It is episode 10.
Hey,
We hit double
episode
digits.
10.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for sticking around, you know?
Yeah.
Here's to many more.
And thank you 3 people for sticking around for this whole thing.
That's right.
Episode 10, baby. Hell yeah. We'll catch you guys on 11.
I'm glad this is the most epic B-roll sequence a movie I've ever had. Let's just silently enjoy this.
Yep.
Up and through. Out to the other side. I can feel your excitement as this one goes.
As this one, the whole thing, I was so stoked. Woo!
Hey!
Yeah, boys.
We made it. Oh.
Oh.
What you got there? See, dude, I almost burnt my mullet off yesterday welding, so we're not trying to do that today. Dude, that's the moneymaker. I know, dude. Can't be doing that.
That would have been a tough episode 10 if your mullet burned off.
Yeah, it would have. Oh my God. I know. I'm going back to the channel. Let's get ourselves a little.
We got a few people hanging in.
Hey, yeah.
Right? It's kind of cool.
Ken Block style, yeah, son.
Live stream every 10.
Ken Block.
Should we do a live stream every 10? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have to.
We might have to live stream every 10.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
It is fun.
It's cool for us.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen some of this stuff in a long time. It's cool for the people that maybe haven't seen some of those early episodes. You know?
And honestly, if we could do anything different, we should probably give them a little more notice.
Yeah, absolutely.
We threw this together fast.
Yeah, this was pretty quick.
So.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who had post notifications on. Y'all are the real MVPs.
Yeah.
We don't have to tell y'all nothing.
Amen. You guys are the real winners here because y'all just got to see every freaking episode. Every freaking episode as we watched it with you, and that was mad fun.
Lynn is still awake. See a little comment. I was
Yeah,
wondering
Big
about that for
Ten.
the last hour. I'm glad you're awake.
She made it. Mama D made it.
Mama D is here. We got all the mamas in the house.
That's right. That's how we do it, man. Well, I mean, 10 episodes, double digits. You know what that means, though. We're going to just have to, if for no other reason than for young Fifi, we gotta get down another 10 eps.
Look, we're committed to 2 a week.
Pretty much. We're doing our best to get those two videos out a week. One true episode, and we sprinkle in our other ones. But
we're cooking so hard,
we're
man.
cooking so hard.
We already have a couple just lined up, ready to go for you guys, and
we've been cranking.
there's stuff literally in the pipeline ready to go that like we still low key can't really 100% talk about here.
True.
Except for whatever hints and little slips may have happened throughout this live stream.
Yeah.
But there's just so much cooking here that it's hard to keep it all contained.
I know. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Ever.
Honestly.
No.
You know, we only got one speed here at Travis, and let's go. We go big.
That's it.
We go big.
Well, on that note, thank you all for sticking around. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. Thanks for everybody that subscribed and has been supporting us up to this point. It's been huge. We couldn't do it without you, and we really appreciate you guys.
Hey, remember, subs, we are dropping stickers.
Stickers.
We are dropping stickers.
So
Yeah.
tell everybody you know.
Yeah, get them going. If everybody tells 2 people, we'll be at 500.
Yeah.
In like a couple days. Yeah.
Easy.
And then we'll be a little scared because we don't know how to get that many stickers
yeah, we're
in 2 days.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
We'll do it.
That's the kind of problems I want to run into.
Hey, hit us with the problems. We handle that.
That's right. All right, let's let them get out of here.
All
Let's
right.
close
Thank
it
you,
up.
guys.
It's Tyrannus.
Tyrannus, out. Oh,
Nailed it.
there we go.
Wow.